dealt with expeditiously. To further enhance its capacity for project financing, the Ghana Exim Bank is exploring opportunities to raise up to $200 million from the capital market. The proceeds will be used to complete partially executed projects and protect investments already made, helping to mitigate potential losses. What happens is that sometimes the Exim Bank will agree to give you X amount of money for an investment. They will disburse half and leave the other half. It does not yield any dividends for the investor, but the investor will be called upon to pay interest. And so what we have decided to do is to raise money to pay off the amount we agreed with the investors previously, so that they can have the full benefit of the investment, and then we will be able to protect the investment that has been made with the taxpayers' money. And so we are high on that one. This is not political. We want to make sure that the Ghana economy does well. It doesn't matter how, which political affiliation you are in. So long as you've taken part of Exim's money for good cause, we will add up to make sure that you take a benefit, like the watermelon factory in Pualugo. Rapid industrialization for job initiative. The initiative aims to accelerate industrial growth by promoting value addition for both domestic consumption and export. It focuses on establishing strategic industries and reviving defunct ones to create jobs, stimulate economic growth, and enhance Ghana's competitive edge on the global market. We've completed drafting the following policies. Investment thrives on policies. Anytime an investor comes to invest in an area, the first question the investor will ask is your policy. So, for example, if there is an investor in the textiles and garment space, the investor wants to see your policy. And so policy will drive the investment. I'm excited to tell you that we have draft policies for textiles and garments, for pharmaceutical manufacturing, for special economic zones, for automotive component manufacturing, and we are also reviewing the Ghana Automotive Development Policy to include EVs, 2- and 3-wheelers, so like bicycles and tricycles. This is because the Ghana Automotive Development Policy does not include EVs, and we know that EVs is the new child on the block, and so we need a policy to govern it. It is good, environmentally friendly, and it is cost effective. So we need a policy on that one to drive the EV zone. Automotive component manufacturing, there is none in West Africa. And so Ghana wants to have a policy to enable us to draw people in that investment space, specialized economic zone, pharmaceutical and garments and textiles. For pharmaceutical manufacturing, Ghana wants to be a hub of pharmaceutical manufacturing for West Africa. And so we need that policy to drive that investment. Same for textiles and garment. And government is even leading the creation of textiles and garment. I'll get there and discuss a bit more. The Ministry of Trade, Agribusiness and Industry, led by myself, was able to sign an MOU with Shenzhen New Jeco of China for the establishment of an EV assembly plant. They are in Ghana. They've acquired their land. Development far advanced for the factory to start. There is also ongoing discussion with Sherry International to establish an EV assembly plant. This is also as a result of our visit to China and the things we are able to do with some of the companies. Even though I don't have it here, it is the policy of the Ministry of Trade, Agribusiness and Industry, not only to look for new investment, but also to encourage existing ones to expand. And so when the president asked me to represent him in China on the China-African Summit, I took advantage of that time to visit existing companies in China and to encourage them to upskill. I'm happy to announce that as a result of that, the Sunda Company Limited has added one line to their part manufacturing. It was opened by the operations of defunct SOEs, determined their present value, proposed the best operational options that would make the companies commercially viable. And these include the Akosombo Industrial Company, that is ATL, Walter Star Company Limited, that's Japan Textiles, Zuarugu Meat Factory, Pualugu Tomato Factory, Walugu Livestock Station, and other strategic SOEs and interests. In respect of Kwabena Sugar Factory, which is very top on our agenda for the year, I've put together an interim management committee to conduct a technical assessment of the Kwabena Sugar Development Company assets for revitalization. The committee has submitted their first report. Their next and final report is due on Monday. I've also, in respect of Kwabena Sugar Factory, written to the Attorney General. Usually, the Attorney General has to guide the process to enable us to pick a transactional advisor to determine the best operational options to operationalize Kwabena Sugar Factory and the others. Apart from finance, which is a big issue for industry, the next thing is raw materials. It will interest you to note that a lot of companies that run factories are operating 30% of their installed capacity. And some of them, the reason is not even finance. They have finance, they have market, but they don't have raw materials. And so the issue of raw material is very key in Ghana industrialization process. And in order to do that, the Ministry of Trade, Agribusiness and Industry has come up with a project called Feed the Industry Program. The objective is to enhance competitiveness and sustainability of Ghana's industry. In order to do this, we have secured a lot of lands, some in the eastern region, some in the central region, and one in fact, 2 places in the Bono East region. And the GIPC is also working on land banks to help us to produce raw materials, agro, for our industry. In respect of the raw materials, we have 2 components. We have the agro and then non-agro. The non-agro include the metals, the rubber, and then the rubber is even agro. And the non-agro includes the metals and then the things that we don't grow. And so last year, the ministry was able to secure a restriction of the export of non-ferrous scrap materials to ensure availability of raw materials for domestic manufacturing, because it's very difficult to import these non-ferrous scrap whilst we export at a cheaper price. And so we have agreed with this stakeholder consultation, and we agreed that aggregators should sell to local manufacturers so that we get raw materials to feed our industry. We've also prohibited the export of raw natural rubber to ensure sustainable raw rubber supply to domestic processors. Any issues that come around it, I'm sure, will be resolved. Now, agribusiness, our new addition. People ask me, isn't it burdensome have been handed over to Gratis Foundation under the Rural Enterprises Program and pioneered green agro-processing technologies, solar dryers, reducing drying time by 40%. Gratis Foundation has trained 230 artisans to fabricate 300 post-harvest equipment for women smallholder farmers and retooled the TEMA workshop for 24-hour economy. I'll soon open that workshop. It's great and is going to change the dynamics. Now we have apprenticeship to entrepreneurship. To enhance the employability of the youth and address the skill gaps within critical industry, we also want to drive economic growth and foster innovation. Technical and business management skills are provided to mostly unemployed youth eager to learn a vocation. The Ghana Enterprises Agency. If you say Ghana Enterprise Agency, you'll be called by the CEO of GEA. She said it's enterprises because there are many. The GEA supplied startup kits to 6,194 youth to start businesses. What happens is that we don't only train them, we train them and make them entrepreneurs. If we just train them, it will not affect the job market. So we train you after you have acquired the skills, then we will give you the startup kit to enable you start your business and actually become an entrepreneur, as the name of the program connotes. GEA, through strategic partnership with financial institutions, also supplied 916 beneficiaries to access 9.1 million Ghana cedis and disbursed 10.04 million to 432 beneficiaries, 189 males, 243 female, very gender sensitive. We've also disbursed $506,000 to 1,317 micro and small enterprises under the Rural Enterprises Development Fund to support their businesses. We have businesses that would have otherwise done well, but for lack of funds. So this is what our REP does to ensure that people get funding for their businesses. To expand access to finances for entrepreneurs, the ministry inaugurated the Grant Committee of the Ghana Economic Transformation Project funded by the World Bank. The committee has screened applications by entrepreneurs pending approval by the Minister for Finance. Made in Ghana. Made in Ghana has come to stay. Made in Ghana is our game changer. Made in Ghana is what we else for state institutions will be sourced locally. I'll get to that. But before that time, let me say that the essence of the trade standard inspectors is to ensure that standards are high. We are about to deploy these trained trade inspectors to plants to make sure that if you are buying 32.5 cement, that is exactly what you get. If you are buying any food product that says no sugar added, that is what you get. If you are buying any product which is 50 kg, exactly what you get. And so they are really going to enhance standards for our country. And Ghana Standard Authority is also up and doing with their inspection of factories to make sure that they come up to speed with what the standards are, international standards are, because made in Ghana will have to be synonymous with quality and high standards. And we are working high to achieve that. Through the intervention of the ministry this year, uniforms and other apparel for state institutions will be sourced locally from our producers. Ghana Prison Service is sewing, still made in Ghana. Private people are sewing, still made in Ghana. The most important thing is that all uniforms must be made in Ghana. We should not enrich other countries at our detriment. We should not give employment to other countries while our teeming youth suffer. And so this year, we are excited that the uniforms will be sold here. It's going to help us maintain the strength of the city, all the money we need to change and import these uniforms will be a thing of the past. Ministry of Trade, Agribusiness and Industry. It's amazing the number of women we have in the ministry, fortunately led by a woman. And so our objective is to promote gender equity and economic empowerment by integrating women into trade, agribusiness and industrial activities with a focus on agro-processing. Thus we have done. It is not an intention, it's something we have already started. So training has been done for women-owned businesses to enable them access export markets. The number of exporters we have does not reflect the gender of this country. And so we've made conscious effort to empower women to take advantage of the export market, which is of course a bigger and better market. In support of cross-border trade, the ministry sensitized over 2,800 businesses led by women, youth, and persons with disability across Elubu, Takrady, Tamale, Cape Coast, Aflao, Akanunuope, and Sunyane, in collaboration with Trademark Africa and the World Bank. GEPA, with the support from ITC She Trades Project, trained more than 150 led women businesses, which is also great. This initiative reflects the government's commitment to women and youth participation in trade, agribusiness, and industry. The affirmative act has been passed, and so now ministries have to make conscious effort to mainstream women in what they do, and we have already started. My baby at the ministry, the Business Regulatory Reform Program. This program is to improve the quality and transparency of regulatory administration, create a predictable business regulatory environment conducive for private sector development, and make Ghana the most business-friendly country in Africa. What have we achieved so far with the Business Regulatory Reform Program? We've been able to produce a Ghana's Be Ready assessment report that replaced the ease of doing business. The Ghana Be Ready self-assessment is an improvement of the ease of doing business. We have achieved that. We have developed online reform management and progress tracking system, first in the sub-region. We have interactive web portal created for public-private consultation. We have the Business Regulatory Reform Bill being finalized with the Attorney General's office. So the bill is ready. The Attorney General is looking at it. Once he okays it, we are on our way to Cabinet. The Ghana Investment Promotion Center Act is also under review to remove the minimum capital requirements, among others. However, I want to assure Ghanaians that the small retail trading will be the reserve of only Ghanaians. At the Ministry of Trade, Agribusiness and Industry, we engage the private sector, work with them closely to ensure that there is sanity in their space. We've done a lot of these engagements, and I'll start with cement because cement became topical this weekend. I've already been engaging the cement industry, and the latest one was on Monday. The engagement with them was to focus on improving quality and price stability. It is right learning that where the dollar is right now, prices must be stable. And I am happy and excited to reiterate the point that the prices of cement is not going to go up. And this is a matter of fact. Industry told me. I've also engaged textiles and garments. My engagement with them was on the local production of uniforms, how to bring them, some of them up to speed with international standards, because this year we are high on palm nuts, all of these. You see that the price have come down. I know the price of kokonte because I really eat kokonte, and I buy it myself. You usually see me on the market shopping for myself, and so I know that prices have actually come down. Most of the things that we were buying in 2024, now we are buying at a reduced rate. And so when I went to Abosokai, I realized that a lot of the prices have come down, even though two products did not, the price of two brands did not reflect the decrease in the exchange rate. Sprinter and then Resting. And I was told that Sprinter is an old brand, and so it's difficult to find. And in respect of that brand, it's just a matter of demand and supply that has affected the pricing. But we had a discussion and they agreed to work on it. I think that the people of Abosokai are working well with the Ministry of Trade, Agribusiness and Industry, and I must commend them and encourage them to keep on working with us to make sure that we get stable prices that reflect the gains that we have gained. I keep saying that Excellency John Dramani Mahama has worked well to stabilize the economy. The whole idea and the essence of this is for everybody in Ghana to benefit. Consumers must take a benefit and investors must take a benefit. There shouldn't be any time that one party does that. And so I think that that is well understood and it's reflecting in the kind of prices that we are seeing. Food and beverages, discussion focused on standards to curtail the smuggling of substandard and counterfeit products have also been discussed. There have been several industrial visits. My joy. If I visit these industries and they are up to scratch with what needs to be done, the number of people they are employing, what they can do more, We engage with them to see what the issues are. I go to the extent of making sure that companies' issues that are even personal to them, we resolve it, because you see, if they have a land issue and you resolve it, they get the space to expand. That is what we do. And so we are hands-on with industry and making sure that we are able to help them resolve their matter timeously. The engagement with captains of industry on the 24-hour economy was also done. We worked together with the 24-hour secretariat to apprise industry of some of the things they need to do relative to the 24-hour economy, and that was done in Jubilee House here. We have seen the beautiful picture of 2025 at the Ministry of Trade, Agribusiness and Industry, where industry is doing well, prices are coming down, investors are coming to town, policies are drawn, just to mention a few. Now, what does 2026 have in store for trade, agribusiness and industry? I can say for a fact that 2026 even looks better. 2026 looks better because government is going to support the private sector to establish 3 big garment factories. And we seek to employ, at the long run, 27,000 people with these garments factory. And so the outlook is good. Garment factory is one industry that employs a lot of people. The beauty is the fact that you don't have to learn for 3 months, 5 months before you start work. It is that industry that trains you for 4 weeks and you already have a job. And so this is good because of the division of labor and specialization. If your work is just doing collar, we can train you to make a collar within a month. You start sewing, just joining and all of that. And so we hope that that industry will create a lot of jobs. The beauty is the fact that, again, in the garment factory, it employs all categories of people: university graduates, diploma holders, and people who have not even gone to school at all. Because you see, when it comes to sewing, some people are talented. You don't have to go to school to sew. I own a sewing business, and so I understand how people have not been to school and they can sew and owl you. And so this is one area where jobs can be created, whether you have certificate or you don't have certificate. The consumer and also guide competition. We also want to boost export and strengthen Ghana's position in the regional and global value chains. We host the Africa Continental Free Trade Area, and so even as we are able to improve what we do here, we will be able to take advantage of the single biggest market in terms of countries in the world. 1.5 billion people, $3.4 trillion in cash. And so if you are able to do that, we'll take advantage of all of these. We've already indicated that we are interested in commercial contract farming. You know what we've been doing over the years. Industry rely on individual farmers. When the commodity or the produce gets scarce, you will not get it. I've been eating at Kotokocho Bar with the CEO of Gratis. We know that if cassava is scarce, the Kotoko operator will buy it at a better price than the industry practitioner. If it happens like that, industry suffers whilst we eat the fufu. So the best part is to enter into commercial contract farming, where the farm is so big that the Kotoko chop bar operator will not be tolerated on that farm, because it is to supply factory A that you have a contract with. And so the ministry is taking steps to do contract commercial farming, assist private practitioners to do that. And we know that will go a long way into solving the raw material challenges that industry has annually. Then agribusiness, value addition and value extension to transform raw materials into finished products for both domestic use and for the export market. Ghana is touted as the net exporter of raw materials. That is not good. We need to add value. Once we are adding value, we are doing import substitution, we are exporting at a good price, and then we are creating jobs in the process. If you just export cassava, you lose on the value chain. And so the agribusiness subsector is here to assist in the value addition so that we don't only add value to our goods for domestic market, for export, and to ensure that our city is stable, because only God knows how much money we need to import the things that we export, the raw materials for them to manufacture. They buy it cheaply, they name their price and bring it back in the form of
Thank you very much, Honorable Minister, for that thorough and comprehensive briefing, which basically touched on all aspects of the work done by the Ministry of Trade, Agribusiness and Industry. At this juncture, we will delve straight into the questions that media men and women present here may have regarding the presentation made. Or
your predecessor then, Katie Harmony, was still an MP, then in Parliament, told the House that they had leased the
Ibia Obiano Yasai Enewo Eshiabu and Komoho and Komo Bobie Ewo ya yebedi ne awie na ade ba ko na mepese quick one menemo ebobo so sesi a minim eye teshi nungwa those areas no Kwame mo check say so no want some to say those areas so no want some to say still munya feedback bia still hey I say mo but the point is, I mean, sir, for how long and a national security meeting in Suako? For how long? Oh, Charlie. Style view. Stalby. And so why I didn't? And so why I didn't? I mean, I didn't be we need to talk. And so to say a Diane, a home aquatry, and I don't know why the sector minister no why I say I'm the account works in the house no honorable Kenya boy Kennedy. But at least they should do the point they say. Ayana nyese be difficulties emma. Difficulties will come. But in the face of difficulties, no, one of the pillars of governance is to interact with the people, address Ghanaians. What you say? Aha. Because Ghana for no the employers. And it will be for Juma. Na Juma no our found no if there are issues yes at least utimi kabibi chire nipa no you must be able to address the person so oh ade we say na say at least At least your best we dey ye nyina ye dey anu betum bi. Yes, problems no you can use just 1 year to solve it. Oh, Kwame, ebina a see here with a year where you enkoyo. Ebina see here with a year metro mass. So when to me and chere asem ni mu yie an chere Ghana for. Na afedi e koduru baabi apese wo chere mu no a. Because anyema mo beto so no a eye rot no. Take your time, explain. Yes, me te say na no because metro mass issue no omo kan dada. The issue is not about okan dada. When you take up an office na beto eye deficits, beto damages are. Mankrofo ehunu the consequences eya saa de ne ebefri mu aba. Ene enka yanumfo enyina ho eya wo mo to ayampia. Eba be kire se ena en metese se miracle zaboaji minu yi de yeso aso omuja say 100 and say 30 say. Oh no, I read it. Also omuja buses 135 or say 37 no. Now obi aja to buses 250. Now konwa jamu 130 something. Wait ask him. Eh? We ask him. So, but the point is one church adienuma in suasem no. I think so authorities ATR. Just address the issue. Mo bia hunu say ena e beto so aha. Ma bia hu adekra AC. But so won ka bibia ankyere obia nima de kra AC a e difficult say o manfo no betimi tag along with you. But some manfo no ti ase say na e koso a omo join queue no easily. But say wonka bibia dia ayana no shikakra. But quick one. So let's talk. Mami you just 10-15 minutes and ye nisa and komowe. Minim sap because me shian crofo with gallons, especially early dawn. Once a man for kukra gallons edin nam any de keka. We can't only talk about your friend say opposition kwasi asem. We can only talk about bad governance. These kind of things is so chale hardne. Ebi a wo de wo tank esi ufie ena ye de pump esiso ena de punsuo ma wo so ho wo ska wo tu bo ho ofie but enye ye nyina na ye wo sa akwanya no so eniema say no look Kwame aduane ensuo accommodation emfa woni aban de obeye bia yes why are there but sane ma miensa we won se de aduane abusu amankrofo ani age enye se bia aban ne beto aduane ma obidio but the mere fact say nipa no tunani a ohu aduane ma nipa sere o oh yes aduane ma nipa sere obi twam kura na se o ye abomu ne fa ne hwini mu a ewo onu twam obi mfikyire no otumi na de nkrofo abomu mu ohye aduane ma nipa sere eye natural. What is so be aka say sebita frache NDC aban emre niskan fanto aduane but they are happy, they are jubilating that there is food otunani a ohu aduane abuso aduane wo because the agric sector is doing well, the agric minister is doing well, free fertilizer ebuakuafo ena me hwe akobi video bi o ka chem say knapsack sprayer eya omo de pompe ade no first pa na 600 or 650 minimum so we say video no a also say 350 say 400 as what atiaba over 200 and at Tikofom. Or guy in the side we decide here we use to afford the petty and no buy us on the account. Or say na 60 cities so say almost 25 cities and 30 cities. So aduane na max public no ye nyame asem everywhere aduane, and everybody is happy now because we share the efforts of the Greek minister, we share the efforts. Kwabena as at 2024 beto aba na broiler akoko no drew 300 Ghana. Say the last time I checked and I'm around 200 220 now 250. Oh, but we aduane a enipa didi a obanu nsuo na ba omi aka no kotereta uno jare enipa be jare so nipa be jare so basen so wasem no ntimi nka ne ya ha adwene kakra. Yes, ha adwene yes ye nyina ya di ano etumbi but en America no ebi kura be minister no Ghana water omo ye adwuma behind the scenes, but let the people know. So let the people know. Me minister honorable Felix Kwachofosu so mo series bi omo ma ministers on fra friend say honorable Kennedy address it on mine no. Let us know that okay ye buy no na ebia Ghana water amount of water omutimi pompe oti ase ema Ghana for a day enie say no yetimi edit these volumes etimi aka ho anase say ne eswate anase ye buy no na there were no maintenance anase I mean let us understand the whole issue. Emmanuel send me message was say akwai no omo yen bebre no so ka ho because omo twitwa pipelines mu basa but Kwame adewe say ugitumu a enye yi o enani bie brewe mu na say o de adwuma ma contractor na say ugitum say contractor no betwitwa pipelines mu basa man krofo ho akire wo monti enti I mean there must be a way. There must be a way. There must be a way. Assuming said the Emmanuel say kana sana etia. Say ima adewe o ka kire Ghana ni say Ghana ni nyintumu a nyansen nim. Enti say abayin the contractor ma obi say ye kwan na se nipa no twitwa pipelines mu basa e dia ho kire eba. I mean yeah. Say you know dia nanka you no crampo dia ke no cry you damage more because at least say government or monitoring team they monitor all these things. National security to me friends who go across the country and a problem na enye nkran hanko as much as ye nyina yenim say we have a major root cause which is the galamsey. So but the brano no engage Ghanaians on these issues, explain and yema moye, especially over beto problem no so. This beto problem no so within 1 year obi antimi nka nkyerem say kokache works and housing minister say on for 1 year. Now on fix it a year in su I mean yeah the 1 year fix ya enka oyonko 8 years come want to be anye nti yetiase but me point they say good governance, the idea of engaging nkrofo a employ wono nkrofo no a wo to aba ma wono we engage wo no ehia yeah very very important we say wo tie mi a tie mi pa me de engagements ehun hia emame. All right, so I think say my director are sending me a video, but let me check. Yeah. Okay, so Kwame, yeah, shadow producers need be sending me video no. I'm for me see me per social media agree, but I'm for social media ho. Kwame nkwa ni producer social media ko say ya o kompra twen so okwadie yo untimi hu. All right, so Haji Musto says, Commander, those days when we have shortages of water, DC and the assembly members will join together and bring tankers. That's water tankers to various areas. I don't know whether they are still doing it. One thing we must discuss is network. Telecoms, you know, dear Charlie. Fire in your first crowd. There are some people still in Ghana Water Company who are sabotaging the NDC government. Someone enjoy ya bremo, any de bia will be sabotage will be. Ya bremo ni de bia will be sabotage will be. You see, the moment party followers ebe jia tum say de bia will be sabotage abino. Then we allow appointees and those managing the system to go without accountability. Oh, instead, so be boost and nipa now they say, what are we doing? What are we doing about it? Or part of NDC party full soldier, I want teams will be towards sabotage. After 1 year, still who dim commerce will be sabotage. So now we're going to for more. And NDC system no more take over and say. After 1 year, you can't go back to the people and tell them that MPP is sabotage you. I mean, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. After 1 year, not to a day. And you say, we know be a year, you may be because we are about sabotage you. Yes, we need action. So, Francis says, Commander, water problem in Nungwa is serious. So, third GM is NDC people. Now, water company. 30 years. Yes. Seriously, anytime I met driving around, I mean, who's some crowd gallons, no, na me see a film. I mean, Maxwell, I probably says for 4 months now, I pay 330 Ghana cedis. But for about 3 weeks now, no water. Tibosumi be our 330 Ghana cedis. Fixed water. Meanwhile, Enipa no chimney piper Emma. Samuel Evans says, Commander, the Nungwa issue is about the debt MPP owed and the closure of the desalination plant. The government has to work and bring operations of the plant. Watching you live from. Okay, so this issue about a planter GM number C and almost say the issue is about a private operators now or operate desalination plant no. There were more issues here and there. Issues no more no. It doesn't make sense. Every time MPP buy our umbetu yadi no. And I on and off sir. You see, but then I can say whichever way. I mean, Obi, somebody should explain. Engage the citizens. What you say? Obi anim say problem no aba. I mean Obi anim say problem naba. But engage the citizens. Na omo timi appreciate ade a wo beto so no. You know, now saying your friend say a GPCL. A Ghana Publishing Company Limited. A MD. Nana kwesi a boate. Be near maso said he koto a GPCL. Na David Asante Kasabibri, but you see a nanyan. I can't remember last 2 weeks or 3 weeks ago, na president ewo ho. And here my president at TSA state GPCL ne wom. And here Juma MD no and in the team in management na ye. It's very important. It's very, very important. Abbas from Ponce's commander, I'm from a village. I'm from Samra Boy, a village called Tinyamiasem. We need network. Send ye. Yes. All right. Thank you, Nayoko. Thank you for joining us. Yeah, that's it. Into this issue about Insu Asem. I'm saying, guy in the video, no, is there right? Okay, so let's check. Let's check. Akuafo ani age aka nsuo. Nsuo ne de ehia.
Se wa hu wiase. Wa hu se wiase te. Politicians mo pese mo ha ya adene. Na mo retete yen. Adruwe. Ana kufa do breso no. Na eye 60 cedis. Adruwe. Ye fense gramazo. Na 60 cedis ene eye 28 cedis. Ye ton ahi 25 cedis. 30 cedis. Ani ye ton adruwe. Machine ye bo machi kafu. Na kufa do breso na ban bi breso no. Na eye 350 cedis. Ene eye 200 Ghana cedis. Ene na a secret bag. Na secret bag. Kan breso na eye 750 cedis. Ene nyame adom. Obi aba, mahama abangaba. Endis abangaba. Ene eye 450 cedis. Abiribi atwam a year last year. Me fan say 2023 na ye ton omo bag 5 kilos na ye 1.5 ene ye 50 cedis. Na wo obi ti say MPP ni wuti radio so ti television so eka kire yen say wo mpa ya wo bo ane say John Dramani Mahama na membu no onfeli na wo aban emra sesa suban we wo mu a na se wo nwini ye ntimamufo ho wo party pe na wo dwene ho na se sa na ye wo suban dia nyame tua wo ka amen wo a wo se wo ye MPP ni ananse wo ye party wo party nti timamufo de yemre yengde yen koswa ne yemre ene petro aba 9 cedis petro aba 10 cedis from 17 cedis to 10 cedis mahama nya hweye ndisi nya hweye na se wuti radio so ka say wo mpai bo no se mahama nfeli dia mi se wurade ontua wo ka ziampa efi se wo suban na wo dam no enye suban papa momo breso ana mpa e bai se dollar no rise ya na fe wo kokuruma na otimu nyina hyehyew mo ka kire yen se yentua yi levy na se tua yi levy a sa yi levy no ana mo de besi suku adan ya yeloro kwanga mayen ampa ni nyina mu no yetua yi levy ni wie no suku adan ye hu loro kwan so aye hu enu mpo wu sa bompai se mahama amembu no mu no trokane yesa ko sa kwaso num ede nyankopon ye Israel fu free Egypt no man ko Egypt bio. You will never go back to Egypt again. The Mawati has said we will never go to MPP Egypt system.
Akuafo no I say Kwame my same way. MPP for the near me diagro. They are joking. MPP for the near me diagro. Na say Kwame nyamia mfefia. Nyamia mfefia. Asema beto MPP for okrum ha no. Enya asem kuma. Richard Ata ebusame say Bobie sa water tankers drivers na yefa na ye omunye nsuo no koton. Yeah. Very good question. Omun kwa ya nkobu ne ohin. And then so no but distribution in a problem. But distribution in a problem. So the issue has to do with the managers, Ghana Water Company. Sep mi aminua muta wakilu ne o. I know says omo ye bibi. Me point ne say adekura wo ye e dia fix system no. Address the nation, engage the people. Engage the people. That's governance. When you are leading people and you don't engage them. Kwame, yeah, citizen show. Citizen show no, no. From Monday to Friday, producer and presenter and ninkomo. They don't talk. They don't discuss anything. About 2 o'clock or anabo biana ante pam no abetrase. Na producer also jina window nechi. How can you run such a system? So engagement. Uno be ya dia engagement. Even in marriage, it's about engagement. You engage each other. So governance without engagement, microphone tete kwa. Especially obi anim the obeto so. But Philip Clark could say, look, Bobie, most of the tanker drivers, they get their water from boreholes. They've been met to borehole or ton emma tanker drivers. No, that is what Philip Kweku is saying, which I don't have any evidence, but I don't have any cause also to doubt Philip Kweku asama on here can. Me point and say, look. Let the NDC government engage Ghanaians. Yehunu ye state a yewum. Ebi kura demand na akosoro. Ye no so ka ho because ye population no e ko nanim. Inti demand na akosoro. We agree. E kwa be ne fa so afixe. Na mankrofo bo atom yem so okay. Kakra. Lord Pani says, will you please Dentra Congo of Ghana East residents, we don't have electricity and water. Munin kania munin su enti muti Congo of Ghana East ne wahe fa Kwame Congo ne wahe Kwame Congo of Ghana East ne wahe yewo krobi wo ewo enkran ha electricity nya enko mental lord asemna si electricity ewo ho. But then Kania enfem like Kania ne ma na say wire electricity ma community ni mu kra ensuo ni mu kra. Is that what you want to tell us? William Nyaku says will be the water are stored underground and released when there is a water shortage. There is one at Valco runabout, okay? But water shortage someone can say a water shortage be about. Adiane a distribution and a high. Oh, a distribution and a high. A distribution and a high. But my main be phone line by 10 minutes. Let's talk about this water issue. We are me baba bedi a abranti no a video no hon komono. But just 10 minutes. Let's have some conversation on this water issue. 0302208090. Yeni enso no nkomo kakra. Ehu hia pa. Hello.
Bobie.
Yes sir.
It's say.
Nyame adombo kosa.
Me frefi asama game.
Yes, yanko.
Na we die ma ya tise kesi mi one a pie wo bom na entina be Sunday isu no man but enua omavi ma ti se omavi enua anaju be say 1 o'clock omavi isu Milan omavi atin but yes still up to now isu no ma won engineers so called engineers no mo
there be and wo why na ka kire wo say omo awie omo abiatum e dey no omo awie abiatum na still munyanso
misu na sabati
o say
Mataban esu.
Wataban so.
Eti mi ti se omo awi, ama bietu.
Mesi wan na kachre wo se omo awie. Wan ade a ya wi a ya bia tum a enso no ma ofie oda. Wan bi da.
Efi ha distributors no omo wa ha no. Omo bu ya bro no.
Omo ya den. Distributors na ya den.
Enso no wo ho, omo betu no mo divert isu na ko different place. Sa no mo ye. Many other ben na oye technical person ewo enso distribution wa timi hunu say omo timi e block ya for no ma divert ko ha information na me kan say
there be me busao da bay na
omo di so no ye business omo she no mo jai no mo distribution here iso na atami ni jo mama train ba breye wo zenu ni katamato ni adu ye di ni obi ye di ma wo water we so kan say me o see say so no so mu be half bra ye tap ni nya betutu.
Okay, all right.
Omo be di so no kiti pressure.
Okay, all right. Okay, thank you. Mame call another caller so quick one so hello.
Commander.
Yes sir.
Collins me do PMO amamole.
Okay, all right. Okay.
Yakopo shira papa. Minia, you see some dey. Hey, why ya dear papa so wakofa ba enenso. Na obi send a message bi. A fantastic message say tanker drivers no mo nya nsuo no. Hey, a complete borehole. Me what evidence me Collins. Me what evidence cray. Na Juma mudi no obi let's food and transport juma mo ye wo ma wo mu enye so abawe aba na ebi omo free o omo hwe sa nsuo ni pure water sache we ya no mi omo hwe hwe yo enu anu so bia sole a no akasa tro approved by food and transport enu anu no so to oni demo so to kwan chen yo sese bi gotamu enu anu so de odi si abonti a obi so ate ne say mami bi it's a time for ni yari yahudu ayenya no na free so ayeno anyway mami fancy na me anu so.
All right, okay, thank you. Another person but KOG are joining me in the studio. KOG, this issue about water I'm say call be about hello.
Okay.
Yes sir.
Good afternoon,
sir.
You know what yes.
Everybody kan ho.
Yes Agbogba so sa isuo no sa
Agbogba
we so le 2 weeks na mada e we be 1 week na mada na mo ma ka so no so ma bi ma me fa ade bi so kakra na pa chewa me pa so le drive fa cycle but pavement na ya se no VIP overhead ni fin ho no junk is one that ho no any pavement blocks ni nyina na hona fa ma be futuro ade na yewura go ma ye ne kama no junk is one that overhead ase no omo yi ade ni nyina na hona fa ma be in futuro eno ni ma ade am achew but on say it tells you AMA because I never say the AMA and say a check and say AMA tax force into me we now what omo jibosu akatua say enkwasi asemo na me so fa be wa refo omo yi pavement blocks ni na adana sa ba be ifufu no mo di so gutila ne ho eno mo ye no ho no airtime.
Okay, all right, thank you. All right, thank you. KOJ, so this water issue, minim, as an editor, be why you follow ups. Yeah, the sector minister, what is why engage your man for on this matter?
A very worry matter. Somewhere last 2 weeks, na Ghana Water Company, na Amafo Bomechipa, in fact, managing director Adam Mutawakilu, crowd grantee an interview. Say a issue one or TBT to Galamsey at a point, but in him say for some time now there's been some shutdown of treatment plants. Which I can talk about it and you're testing there no, testing there so I can
the
talk about
desalination plant.
Yeah. But I mean, sector minister really no, aboboni many bisu with attributing it to funds some funds on here to operationalize these plants, you know. That is what the sector minister can. But as to how and when the funds in the back. Now for you operationalizing the back, and that is really the problem.
No, but sector minister no raise issues concerning funds availability, which then I think is a serious indictment on the government.
Yeah, very, very well. And
for me, because any government priority, is a insu account.
A basic crash timemuni be
insuo
now remember some of the areas are currently insuo shortly but
yes insuo aduane say government be a priority. So if the sector minister is telling us that look scan new yeah they be operations there near train sika
because we then for instance the former minister Ekai say plant no our hope for years. Now it is only sometimes a wrestle for service in Krana. Sikai the best service ground becomes a problem. And instead of being a wager planting, you're shutting down all the time.
MPs
of course. It's a building up from the previous government. And of course, the OSHA records from the Ghana Water Company, Stanley Martin, come out in several times.
Yes.
OSHA a car a down in the last 8 years before this government commander show. And why previous government for the past 8 years ain't me and servicing for even 5 times within 8 years, 8 million servicing for just 5 times for just wager plant now. Now a car what my battle for years. Show. Coming to this government, and in fact, one of the questions I remember, one of the meets the accountability, accountability so heavy, say now a buyer would have to cough millions of Ghana cedis.
So yes, agreed. In Roma shall free him.
Currently, Adam Mutawakilo last week or grant interview, or said abandoned may raise some funds, but it is insufficient to deal with the various plants I
So now how many plants are we dealing with? Because yes, the demand is going high.
Sure.
We agree. Right? And the plants now more jumano. We are a bema in so volumes to say funny bit me a cover.
Yeah.
Because now it's becoming a national problem.
Very, very, very.
Tamale, they have issues. Boga, they have issues. Central region there, and yo, Cape Coast need those areas, and yakra, and it affect even the academic.
Of course, and even the health system. Last week, Obekaya, Tishi, Lekma Hospital, our 2 hospitals over that area and more.
Yes.
Come back with different sickness. Because in Suni when they flash it, washrooms. It's over corner, Sabi, Johnson, and they are pile up. It's patients are okay, say be a Johnson, you find your test, or call to me in round. And this is a serious health problem. Serious health problem. Mino say Oko Oshi ewo tobacco big day kwanaswa. They are battling with water for months. But there's a polyclinic there. I'm all for a struggle to get water. But every month, Ghana Water Company for Baby Ready, meter. To ready meter, you ask yourself that meter na Baby Ready no. Bill Ben and Bremi.
A friend of mine, probably one of my friends, is sending me a message that every month Biano or 330 Ghana cedis fixed, monthly. Yeah. But the point is, for the past 3 months, so give me access water.
Krobi wo Lankwantana ho baby, you say for 2.5 years. When you see that 2.5 years, but every month you bring a bill, and they go to pay these bills. For instance, Madina, Kaswa, Tuba, Weja, Aplaku, Sampa Valley, baby the Langba, and also under Gasouth municipality. Hunyina issue. And quite the people na say it's quite the issue no crampo and macra. One more Botswana
so
hills.
How do they survive?
So you have to buy from also to free tankers you.
Oh,
and it's another burden on every households are a wokromam say. For Central Region, just like you mentioned, because Central Region crowd wage treatment plant and a supportive part of Central Region. Now, main one here, the Kunyako Water Works, and not supply all the Central regions towns. But Kunyako Water Works, there's a problem there.
Yes, yes, I galamsey issues there. So yeah.
Which is a serious problem. Now, Teshi Diano has become a big problem because almost so Kwan crowd or what. Almost a greedy Kwan is a break it down the pipe hose.
Yeah, somebody just sent me a message on this matter.
The sector minister, Minokasi, has a serious work to do. Because when the people are battling with water, a basic amenity for citizens to survive. Now, you do combat the intimate nyane puma sibra. A problem for
me. Me masam no that enkomono you bet me I didn't come on, but tell us, what are you doing? Because now Ghanaians, we have gone beyond just mere complaints.
Yeah.
Yes, we know the previous government up. It's up to you to hold them responsible.
Sure.
So no be catch the Ghana if you tell me say Ghana water aboka na say won't me and holding Crawford responsible. Sure. Don't come and explain to Obi Oti Teshi, Obi Oti Nungwa, Obi Oti on Petty. Don't come and tell him on one police ni wakwachi Obi.
Yeah.
You have the prosecution powers.
Yeah, to deal with the issue.
So if you're not dealing with it, we don't want to know. What we want to know is problems now better. What are you doing? And find a word through. So that at least it will give us some hope. That I think
I agree with you. And
if I'm able to advise this government, I mean they should change the narrative, the conversation. They should change it. They should change their style of communication. Because hey, so organize a accountability series. Nasa obana be repeatika a boy at all, obi abato. Now be repeat one chere me kra of aso boka no so we sika no so oye in a day unkwa na onim no obi aboka to me aka chere me no me say me go ni parade
also who person solve ya deal with the people on my boka no
exactly
say let's be retrieve funds from them yeah fund solve the problem because one of the treatment plants you see a 50-year-old pump 50 years
na ya ngome.
It clearly tells you say service in higher problem. It's your best line. In fact, the water ministry, the sector minister, Wadarma, people are calling on you, tell you for instance, the health. In fact, the health implication is serious. Okay, education up north.
Yeah,
because students now Montpellier school got that. Ne mama asan ka tese nko bu nsuan se na wasan ko school e ba kwa kan nsuan
kwame producer se wanya Stanley Mate and am say ye nua Stanley Mate nkomoda da no nkomoda da no nkomofufuro bia nka ho because you see won't me advance the conversation.
Yeah.
And how do you advance the conversation? You advance the conversation by telling us, oh, okay, so now we dealing with a tertiary desalination plant. Tertiary desalination plant, you know, we are sure, say, a bit me for the next 1 year, a bit me a supply in so ama Crawford do say, and my volume to say, and Crawford do say, oh, advance the conversation.
Yeah.
You don't organize the press. You come and sit down, you do complaints, you finish talking about the complaints, then you give some more hope that the government what say how much any be here. You see, we need to set our priorities right as a country. We need to set our priorities right. Oh, yes, yeah, sure. And no good governance, no. Yeah. Yes, give me, I mean, a very strong CD. I appreciate. You give me single digit inflation. I appreciate. There is food on the market. I appreciate. I mean, fuel, microphone, from the big we appreciate all. We appreciate the big push. You're looking at the roads infrastructure within 1 year. We appreciate. Now the education front is stabilized. You realize that in Diane, one seminal problem, school feeding, cost payments cost. Contractors are on site across the country. We appreciate when you look at the health system. The health minister is pushing or there's stability there. And they are trying to employ some nurses
and doctors.
And doctors.
Since 2022, 2023.
They are trying to employ them. We appreciate, but you see, in all this, we come back to the point. Way.
That's the question, Commander. Anyway. It's any stand be doing commander and any name come.
Young commander Danwa and commander Danwa, I ain't Chimuda Danwa.
If you're not for Fraba, if you're not for Fraba,
free baby,
I want to be enough for Fraba.
Kawaji, Fufu be a free baby, am I?
If you're not coming, you my update on.
If they can, they update Bienwa, yet the chance say these plants are all come once they will tell us, say, okay, now we are almost done, or we are done servicing. Obi phrase says, yeah. Oti baby no so no ate se yesi baby pipeline kese bi pae o ma ye wi na eye omu local Ghana Water Office for na aseda. Can you imagine? So one day you see people attacking Ghana Water Offices here and there.
Yeah.
Because when people feel like a sabotage, who is sabotaging who? If you are when your power for 1 year, beyond 1 year, and you still believe that we have MPP elements sabotaging the system. Party food soldiers are refusing to ask for accountability. That look, Charlie, this is not what we voted for. I mean, just give us something better. You understand? I mean, when Oman for a crooked bang, then everything is about politics. Then they realize that, oh no, and can this be you be sabotaging? When you be there sabotaging?
David, not to anything. You'll see you.
You need to get out from the kitchen now. Let's move on. So me that I can't comprehend that.
No. I think the conversation should go beyond sabotaging. Of course, if someone will be a sabotage, what is the alternative plan? Ebia abuying that sabotage MP or MP your position MP or sabotage me as a municipal assembly MC and Wokromo. What is the alternative to solve the problems for my people? That is a conversation. But because of being sabotage meeting, then means that beyond the sabotage, you as an appointee,
that is my point.
Yeah,
that is my point. That is my point. I mean, but there is another issue. My name is Obiatro. Abeto ni page. Unfortunately, me am pick it up. Almost say La Paz. Adewe menya sa complaining be so from I think of Boise.
Okay.
That there are areas Akwawe was here on past 7. That was yesterday. On past 7. Station no be actually say so on funny phone and people were there and nobody was saying anything.
Wow. Yes. And past 7?
Yes, 7.
And nipa bebre okrom.
Yes. Yes, 7.
Wow.
Yeah.
There's some coming say we and see and job.
Yeah.
That early at 7 a.m.
Yeah. And the whole issue is anybody a person or stigmatize some group of people, which I don't think is right. Because Kroma yetine yentro tribe will be any say we no bokro no.
Debbie.
Obiaye armed robbery any sane mano.
Yeah.
Ubenya igbefu, ubenya santifo, ubenya hausa for ubenya I mean Obiaye.
Yeah.
Me challenge how he was trying to stigmatize one group of people like because the person was speaking Hausa. Obo onye sremni but oti Hausa pa. Yeah, oti Hausa pa. So one here then
because some tribal issues within certain areas.
But I think one also because say Galamsey no Amabua gradually is winning the fight.
Yeah, sure.
And the Amab boys ni bebre free run ebefi. Yeah, now they are coming. I don't know how the Ehonoso government will be dealing with. Because nyadia omo bebe fie kwa.
Debbie.
You understand? Omo free ure no ma fie no. They are becoming a burden now. How do we absorb them every ure no mu? How do we absorb them into society? Because criminals. Yes, criminals. They have, and now I heard said there was a shootout between the Naimos and now
about one of the assailants back
now guy no we and ocean said Benin near you realize that no, they have become criminals in there. So those
it become more hardened criminals, and of course it becomes a burden crowd. So I remember one of the days, your colleague Desmond Erezi. And my example be say on the La Paz when I say okay, just before buying a traffic light, and you young guy, a ban so he a pulley weapon, say a man bibi kakra nundi, unya yon kobiye bibi, but because she knew hunting a so bokrono,
which that argument doesn't hold, but
it brings a conversation to Nyawoken, say due to the hard work a minister, you know, say 9 months for air pamo this. Hooligans from the bush the system, how is the system designed to absorb them and to give them something to do and moment come back to and now someone so I think it's a system the government as part of
resetting
agenda so bema sector the system should be designed the way say Obi will get something to do at the slightest opportunity to win. But said young man a bread to get BB so to get something to do a whole problem no one. That is why me I've always supported the 24-hour economy. Look, Commander, the 24-hour economy a big tina. BTD say a big BS system nimu for especially for manufacturing companies. They say issue for instance. You bring more boys are going to bargain of the sachet waters and all that. It's at least obi any certificates cry a building cry te mu du poa.
Obenya
bibia under the 24-hour economy. It's for me they be America say Uragusi Tando and the rest are more champion the 24-hour economy agenda no. It has to be a game changer especially for the youth. Because I'm a game changer. Then the reason why we pitch here, not the essence.
It comes back to my initial point I'm raising here about public engagement.
Yeah.
I will say the 24-hour economy office. No, Uragusi Tano no more. Yes, they will come and meet the press and they need to start meeting various sector players.
Yeah.
Me sure Obi correct me whether they have tried to meet a sachet sector no sachet waters sector no okay say na mu business ni sitie mumma a proposal on the 24-hour economy
some implement here how a bit me
absorbing creative jobs and all those you see but men kase gusita no ya akokrantino it's one of the offices I think the president need a very vibrant young man who can move and engage the people across the regions
because they field work.
24-hour economy near just sitting in your comfort.
It goes beyond the secretariat.
It goes beyond the secretariat. You understand? So me who set up no na my dream kakra but I say it's too early to talk about and you start complaining. Sometimes you need to sit back and watch kakra so engage field players no then you can understand because look this Nkete I've seen the minister engaging the poultry farmers. I've seen the minister
all the assemblies.
I've seen the minister engaging.
That's true.
Governance is about engagement and minister and your friend say agric minister
Eric Opoku.
Eric Opoku nyama down for I don't remember the last time we met in life and I say if we spoke on phone but I like his engagement his movement. Today he's with this assembly. Tomorrow is this assembly. So I'm assembly so at me and I know I'm say me call when hine and I was there.
Okay.
And on the road. Said their boys are setting up on Kukonkete, you know, various satellite camp and ya grow.
And I like the strategy ways. You see, we team up with Feed Ghana. Who's a Feed Ghana share? A Greek ministry, I say. We team up with Feed Ghana, which is led by former MP for Botany English Ama from Bright Demoji.
Okay.
So Feed Ghana it takes care of Inuane and in Kukonkete project.
Yes.
So Olezi with them. Districts bay and maybe and Kokone be here. How many potty farmers in what assembly way? It's all the municipal assemblies are involved in the project.
Sharp.
It's no assemblies left out.
Sharp.
It was a assembly, but let's give ourselves by the end of this year, 2026.
Yeah.
You will see how the people will be fed in their own municipal assemblies. It's I don't need to travel from Ewutu Senya to come to Laredo Kotopon tell me bepe Ediana and ask them Kokwato. We feed ourselves within our system.
Operation Feed Yourself.
Operation Feed Yourself.
Yes.
It's a good initiative for the Greek minister, any team in the area. That is how the 24-hour economy should go down to the
they should go down. They should go down. I mean, this issue about sitting in your office and once a while you speak to the media, then you explain.
But there's also a conversation say by the end of the year, you be who the full implementation of the 24-hour economy.
Yes.
It's, within this period, like the engagement should be more sachet waters, freight forwarders at the ports, cement manufacturing companies, quarry companies and all that. These are the people that create more jobs.
Yes.
Because the more hands be na ejuma na expanding. Na expanding so economy na expanding. So it's a good call on the 24-hour economy secretary. So look, let's move beyond the secretariat. Go down to the people. By the end of
2026, chiefs Kabomu issues communicate that they need we have gold board, we have cocoa board, so they need cashew board. What you say? They advise the government to get cashew board. And chale, sample in those areas, the kind of money cashew and no mubano. It's not easy. It's not easy.
And I think it's a good call because now we've seen the impact of gold board. If cashew board about four, I'm not fully name the importance of cashew. If there's a cashew board, you be who said now this it has economic benefits. You lose in many years. It's a bay. This is the impact it makes me making. It is a good call. Some of the Nyama for so many years, and that is what other countries came. Oko countries like Malaysia and one of their dashboards. But we have lots.
Media makasa asemwe. Yes, pamunkola na free run, which the minister Amabwa is doing well. But how to absorb them into your system? No? We need to look at it again.
Very, very important. A national security issue, actually.
Yes.
A serious national security issue.
Almost a national security issue. Almost a national security issue. And now you have this Niger Malians flooding. System. I've watched some few videos. You will see about 30, 40 Niger for no. Na omu rem you know your friend set it no sa your friend obia fulani enyom nyane fulanis yes enyom nyane fulanis some are Gaos from Mali. Gaos from Mali are not Fulanis. But the Fulani people are the immediate people we can associate them to, but enyom nyane Fulani for you see them 40 45. Yes, someone to me the car bar bedru voter region border baby. Na Ghana for no actually or unapproved routes. No man nante. Almost see free bus no anantia fewura no sa no more room. Room 11 ewo a border regions no OT region voter region no for no room 1111 sa no more fifaka into nibusu ni business ka won kan say no na kasa no aba we kumase we busu ni wo sunwane they come in young ones no na yeah Ghana for now from Koremu to go and use them for galamsey and all those things.
Yeah.
Later they start robbing, you know, the system because when you two baby o free ban etu omu didi agro keke. So and serious.
Young Kai Ghana for ya. Ura Dr. Edwin Maneboama. Nyame fan crazy. It make strong proposal on access routes to 3M borders. Obienfi. Commander Oko border na from Cote d'Ivoire near Cote d'Ivoire border hon say. Commander border say a time. A very very bad. We kona immigration officer say oh wa but ubisa say boys na backroom han he fa no mfa backroom.
As sometimes so.
Yem border very very porous.
Obi send me message. You say the La Paz flat top footbridge. It's another place where people are attacked in the mornings. They snatch their phones and belongings, including money. Both sides of the footbridge has been covered with huge billboards. So armed robbers have taken advantage to operate there.
Yeah.
Unimo.
Yeah. And you see, yes, and sa footbridge, you know, among for 10 you suit.
Okay.
It becomes kind of a lonely path. Okay. It's on who nyamepe. It's no nipa bonu for timi share was through and I said down. Billboards, I agree with him. Billboards,
billboards to attack people.
Yes. Wow, be fast through house and you many an party and but to you bit my share was through radio. Because among phone things, people are still comfortable with the you be cross it down on by you susrun. It's wow office or a good Samaritan the old man to fast through. No,
fast I jump it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Instead, send community be fast road.
It's a very good observation you make. You know, assembly, minimum assembly. Oh, I think that assembly has a lot of work to do. Okay, okay. The assembly, you know, MC, you know, unauthorized billboards. You know, see pulling it down.
Do you think that is the solution?
Maybe that is the first time.
I think maybe we need to encourage the assemblies to get task force.
Oh, but more task force. I know more task force.
How much is it for?
Okay.
What to meet? Yeah, Madam Bako. Now, or a task force MPP for task force maybe. Yeah. Ghana boy. Omaru adi akola no. Ghana boy to me kokuto friend is akramo.
Okay.
Sa you know omaya disabled phone use no but motor phone be fa so.
Yeah.
To omo
Yeah.
Ghana boy to me kokuto ase odi na okwawia ekwochiri okwawia twa the picture. Teshia jowulu no say Ghana man wo she tax force atar now to te asia ye day o se sa no mo yo no na o mo nya o match wo because o ye day ya o benya motorbikes be 6B asia o hom de ADD. So the point is as to whether say o so kra no because sa ba bia okay and get a tax force for the direct and Crawford back. More. I'm saying Mandina the end there or more tax force, right?
Yeah.
And you're more directing Crawford
more.
And now they are using it. So I think I want to hear your calculation.
Yeah, North and Central. It's a this. Oh, okay. Boom.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So these are some of the things. If you one last social issue, then we can.
Well, I think the water issue, a very big problem. I remember somewhere December, no, Ghana Water said, "Wamu atutu nema." In fact, yeah, you wija issue no dam ne survey and idea. 2 weeks to Christmas, no. Kasu tumu for some time. Kasu ye benya issue ni ade, but for some time and then ba mo once a ba na jo nti me se bia mo say menya hinsa ba na jo a bia na jo bia me koda me the pipe no eto main tank no said bia ba na jo a it can fill the tank for a while
now we fi na o dabros ne bufa so
Then America. I think it's a problem. Sector minister and some share teshi hono. Me ana have especially with the hospitals. Especially when your hospital and facility are ingenuity enough. And to ensure and fan survey or more man for a hard pa for a patient say be hospital. Now if you all free hospital no or some the infection says it's a matter of worry to me. The minister office the assembly so share now if you supporting hospitals and facility away area where I'm here ensure to solve health issues.
I hope one of these days we will work on the government agencies. We need to take our time and work on them.
Sure.
Another issue I will be able to raise with street lights. And I think I
think that the Greater Accra Regional Minister Eshebo in her first 100 days they will see some improvements. But I know can say GBC Horner Econo. It's been off.
GBC.
Yeah. From police headquarters, Echo GBC out to Nima. Yeah. Baba Kubi Mokwame kwa chekwa ye video about my manabaso. I did see some for Nedum. I think so. Some I'm sure you.
Kwame Aboka.
Even University of Ghana campus street lights of GIJ Kwaniso, for instance. So street lights in the command, I think we need a whole hour to discuss the street light issue.
On mind to say Ghana, you build solar. Honorable Kugan. And Mukov, editorial, yes, you don't go to cabinet meetings, you run a party, we agree. But this kind of little things as a party leadership,
Mamidi can share with you for na minchia production team na me munyina so afishiapa. In fact, make I say abai abomodin pa. The commitment is very high and all that. I'm happy say Obo Regional Minister the commitment to this issue of street lights and idea.
But the okaka honoti.
Seminye. Now, I am David. Nana Bobie, the truth is that it's not just a matter of the solar. Yes, the solar is something that's initially we were talking a lot about solar because na energy nankasani or problem with energy generation. So we failed to say we are not egukwa. Into when we use that, then at least we will not be relying on the energies where that when it fails, especially not just with the traffic, with the street light, but also with the traffic lights. If those things are running on solar, na say ebani say BBS na yeko off crana, at least those ones can avoid accidents and all that. I appreciate it, but problem kaka ewo hone say. And I don't also want to do this. Me person may criticize it about that. We must be able to check some of the lights that are served us. Obibeko ko sign a contract. Say ye bremo solar lights. Ye bremo street lights. Ni akoko for some inferior thing be ababe since and wa. Ye juma kwa ne boni ni pre. We are even faced with a very serious issue of replacing all a nyamia dom so no enkrofo so I introduce a gadget that can also stabilize the street lights. We say power fluctuates also destroys the street lights, but omo the street light guards be aba technical team no omo share I say if it is possible viable to install it, one will protect 25 street lights. Senebia say a fluctuate here and affects an idea. Into yes, solar is good and all that, but there are a lot of things to say. You saw an inferior street light and it is running on solar crana. We will still have the same thing on the Temamoto way, for instance. It was running on solar, but and also the solar system is such that. And yet 1-on-1 it takes a line. But unfortunately, that one is purely stealing. Obekona solar obi akwakotu every so. And the good news is the work that they are doing there, they've the new motorway expansion right to Miucho, it is going to run on solar. And apart from the solar now running on, we are making sure the light that will be supplied, and an inferior. So these are ways that we can change the face of our street lighting.
Chairman, I say, you kugan kasa say a technical person.
But me technical. The technical for na kana me catch
me the person me no dim komo as citizens. Because you see me say how the honorable Kayin obi the inferior materials aba. Who take it up power no or yeah auditing. You know the amount of money are going to the supply.
Why do we leave them like that?
You see, it's common. I find it difficult
to appreciate.
Yes,
I agree with
so
you. That is why exactly. That's why I said me the blame krano ebegu previous administration whilst we are also not punishing them for what they've done. Sure.
Yes,
because one street light that you can get on the street like 500 Ghana cedis, and somebody has billed you for 1,500. Now 1,500 now below for one or so. Next sense inferior. You see, it doesn't make sense. What I say we Jana say at the expense of the taxpayer. But I agree with you.
More party leadership, me busa for both MPP and DC. Say, mo party wa abaimwa. Once a while, mutimi engage appointees on certain things.
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
And my main kana, main science so, embo ye general secretary Abaso and a national chairman so.
Okay.
Abaso. Ye meetings we call on your friend is saying chief executives to come and brief us about more positions here, how the situation is, how they intend to, and we sought permission from the chief of staff because we can't also do that because even recently
the executive arm
exactly
and they are under the executive arm
exactly.
So you
said this is what we want to do, and even with the ministers in this year, this month, we intend to meet them like 60 and as I mean 57. We want to meet them group by group, NIPA 3, NIPA 5 weekly to be able to engage them on some of these issues so that and say if it goes to cabinet, yes, national chairman will be at cabinet, general secretary will be at cabinet and all that, but the party itself must engage your friends and say
that's keen interest
exactly because obi ohwa me fan say ohia broja jemfi na onyana he feels it's easy to say oh akogan ana say ebia kobi ana say madi we na ekoso ewo ye how ye pese o kachre asumesi so that some of these things will be brought before them. The issue of Tamana Galamsey last year and all those, I can proudly tell you, Lands Minister came to FEC to tell us programmer Omoye with 9 moles and all that.
So
I can mention some of the people
which means the NDC government is not detached from the NDC party
at all.
Okay.
At all.
Okay.
At all.
That's
even this November, we had a FEC meeting with the President of the Republic of Ghana.
I see.
Yes. But the only difference they say is Sanka or no Ebeba party office, no. We rather took it there because exactly
the schedules and everything.
If you want that 2 hours,
but even for him to avail himself, that is the most important thing.
Exactly.
To which location it doesn't matter.
Exactly. So
that's a good news.
That is what happened.
That's a good news.
And he has also promised that we must be having more of this, because he also saw your friend said the importance of some of these things. The truth too is that we have a president today who is very knowledgeable and appreciates whatever is going on every sector. Without ministers, without your friends, chief executive, he could answer a lot of things. But truthfully, he also appreciated some of the things that we brought up that he admitted. So we were there with you. Then, as I say, it me this year and that. So when we have more of this one, then we'll be able to have a very solid party without complaint and all those things. One thing that we both of us appreciate, as in the party and then the government, is this year how to ensure the youth will get employed.
That is what we just did. It's a conversation.
That is what both of us appreciate.
Because they say, and
one thing that he also said, he doesn't also want employment. So target and sustainable. You are just doling out money to. We should create it. Impact the economy, no. When we have employment, the economy will also tell. Say indeed, there's a change in the economy. So that appreciation is also very, very good. And he said this year, we are going to see a lot
because
of things.
KOG, before you go, my senior editor KOG, before you go, so my honorable Akugan is here. Nanka, the next issue maybe tomorrow or next week, we will try looking at the complaint from the NDC grassroots. The complaints coming, which some are legit, some are extreme, some are some way. So I like it. So our boss will say, even with youth job as NASA employment, there's engagement between the party and the president.
Because I mean, talking about it, because I was looking at Okanapko, for instance. So in this government, we have Naib, Ejumera, the 1 million coders, for instance, under Ministry of Communication.
That's digital center.
Yes, even under Naib Honano, there is a content creation program they are initiating. I think somewhere in October. How are the youth getting involved with this particular initiative? Beyond the training, are they going to get stable employment? Where
some of them may be given capital, and I said I shouldn't use will be given capital to start up, because it is like for the communication, you say training one casabe to me asset. You don't need much.
That's the content creators
and all those things. One casabe to me offer your friends asset will up your own company and all that. Not only nana ebeye your friend is saying absorbed by the government sector and all that. And we appreciate that. Into some of this Ejumera and all those things. There's a startup capital for you to do something. And the good news, another one that with the digital Jifa Gunu Ehono. The digital center is operational in Accra. But if you go to the other regions, nothing is happening there. And so this year, their target is to revamp all those, create more at the district, train people to take over at the district center, and all these things are also going to give employment. And some of the state agencies too are going to have district offices. Senator will decentralize. And the good news, we are also partnering with the local government system through the MMDCs. That is the reason why we have decided, 80% of common fund district, unprecedented directly. DC Ukraine DMP because sika ekɔ ne hɔ no ɛdɔɔso koraa kyɛ MP's common fund. So these are some of the things that we are going to use it to create more employment with partnership and those revenues going in to create employment for not just in painting of streets and then sweeping of the street and all those things, but have sustainable jobs at the district level.
I appreciate that, but I hope the conversation between the party and the government will be very effective to go down to impact the youth.
Yes.
Or me say last time
there was a reason why PK MMDC is no. The panel that sat was headed by the national chairman himself.
Okay.
With general secretary. With honorable friends or Valerie Sawyer and all that. So we had the chief executive's chief of staff's office as part of it, and then the two highest officers, national officers, seated at a meeting for over almost 2 months to pick the chief executives, and we made them know the plans that the government have.
Okay.
The government is going to empower the districts. So you must also empower the constituencies. So this is the level that we went before we engage and pick those friends and chief executives.
Also, Memini Kewo Jinum said here. Okay, so even with Akugan, Akugan is one of the party executives. Since I'm any fear may follow politics. Ne type ni be any those is Damboche nom. And
no, it's a Damboche across the board is somebody we all respect.
No.
Yeah. So I am privileged.
Oka party national executives they keep in touch with the grassroots. You can't take it's not like you are sitting here.
Yeah.
No. Yes, or TNT America sir. Say party for ni dim komokra che biamo.
Okay.
Oh yes,
and that's true.
I'm telling you,
and that's true.
We wake up me sorry a day. Me cause amenya emu be 60% NDC party for across the country. Obu wa o woni problem no dia beso so keke. Na say akwa bi say minimum no was sending me a message say na Western region okoboa polling station for na yentua neka oniskanti Australia men sending 100 Ghana and 200 also those kind of messages you don't know the person as to say yes come and I say so you don't know say any player on me communicate or your and I say okay so some me boomeni go so the man who said indeed he was a party person no me also say ye ko takra de me ne Kofi Boache e ko takwa ni GM num na oni me twa picture
okay
and after a week I want to be in Kano so he sent me the picture no chugu as o ya boa pa ye to abama mu wie na munya position
na what to be ma o ya say why you tremulous
now so pedi me NDC who say me NDC me NDC me simba bia but you see the point is some of them even never listen to party chairman da obu okra won tie GM da obu wa wo no tie wo
exactly
wo kasa na at radio su kan inspire no
that's true
enti ni trimu no ne se oka empenifo no ho na monko amote na mumfi obi a me saka no then me appreciate what the likes of Akuganum Esedun Ketianum Julius Debranum what they are going through. You understand? So just imagine will be when you're even president number.
Exactly. Now you see, let me also say this.
Because the connection between the party and the government, the grassroots. Say, see, I'll be sending message or see a friend or let me check. Me pacho just a minute. Okay, so Nana Kofi Ahin Kingsley, Bobie, they promised us to recruit us into the national security during the elections, but now nothing. We still home, jobless. Say oni obi na akodim komo constituency chairman bi constituency secretary bi. Now me asma me can basis na me can say I was discussing this with Listowell and I was telling Listowell that say me, if I'm to advise a political party in power, that they need to have maybe a committee, a link between the party and the government. The party grassroots can deal with them, because yes, what the panel are trying to say, MC in Kodrua, me were complaints with various districts, the MCE and the party, there's a heavy disconnection.
It's true.
Party chairman Franny in Kasa.
It's true.
Make me a chill baby. I got a call from Northern Region last week. A party chairman complaining to me about the way the DC is running the affairs of the.
Mami people wake it to be twofolds. The first one, make I say, make your friend is a ministry be. Me drew honor full soldiers for no go baby. Some people that I can say be 6 months people me who our party office that. They are there to see the minister. The minister was in a meeting, and truth be told, almost a couple of times, to me who minister no idea. Into whom nobody complaining, mommy. And I'm say it's because most of them neglected party office. Onimso about party officer contract in ho, sika any ho, so they will not come there. Then they go directly to the ministries, and it becomes a challenge for them.
Pressure.
And exactly, a business or their yomajuma, and ne or Ministry of Finance, a China or local government. Exactly. Into a banisana. The sincere people that need help, they don't get it. What I say, and because party office necessary, on himself Obawa, Obeka Chen say at least my constituency executive. In to me, frame so omope auction car and idea. I told them straight to say, young for auction car and mobia. There's a system that 2016. We lost because of some of these things. Say the mawa, a divine about ya diamano. Oh, more be who say the amano po and say when I assume the year and also maintain and a year. And when to say will be at the Bema, yet Bema through the constituencies. So that we will know, say, hey, you want to me nanti and I say, dear, Oma come in Bidino. Oko hano akwaje kawa, Oko hano akwaje container wa. So one person will and the minister or the chief executive knows, say, I am helping party people. But it's the same faces that are taking the same things. So it becomes a challenge. On the issue of the DCs, meaning this year, Oma Obi contract 20,000. A year paying kwada no mumpra acquiring so na contract some 20,000. Also, me Juma Mediama NDC 20,000 contract now be mami NRD. But also a painting for white paint, a painty street and so as after a year, another contract of 20,000. And people's expectation no, and yes sir 20,000 edumano. So they feel say bia. Obiso or obviously no. Instead say obesha party for na dia no. I tell everybody, you have chief executive. Osha party for 8. Now she were down for 2. And as our church member 2 be krana, the party will not be angry with you because also so eden yan crofo bi edisike bi emao ma de dem odi campaign and as ojo enye. But people will also neglect totally the party. No more ye enamfo sem enadie. The party will fight you. What I say, these are some of the things that we have, the challenges that we are facing, the problems that we are solving. But
looking at the situation, Keoji, I think the NDC needs to just have a conversation over this because we know that apathy is one thing a hitty political party.
Yeah, exactly.
And apathy can take you to opposition. In fact, apathy plays around 20-30% role in taking a party to opposition.
And so every party voter union first term. it reduces.
It reduces because anybody be so disappointed.
Exactly.
Be bitter.
Exactly.
And all that.
It is a reason why the party will not sacrifice its future for any individual. It is something that I will tell all our appointees. We would appreciate it. Say, Obi Ohobe to make control at all. So people lie and all that. However, be consistent. Na ye frɛ and na ya solve issue. Etina ya solve issue. Etinichi ya solve issue. If it becomes too much, whatever the situation, ye be catch say tranchen kakra. Na ni fa fufuro bi nya den. So
the point is, as party leadership, multi-year recommendation to the executive that any power in free.
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
And you see, some of these things.
No money is our privilege, you know.
No. And my main science so enka who say we've had a very brilliant and as I met mama 97% of last year's achievement. Across board, the bomb made to mama 97%.
Agencies,
I'm telling
ministries. I am saying maybe my point is no air conductor.
I'm telling you, and it's also far. Because
so far
His Excellency John Dramani Mahama and the appointment committee appointed party people.
Yeah,
this is the first time.
Yeah,
people being appointed from the party.
Yeah,
even for us as NEC.
Yeah.
My boss, Abidjenfi, party person.
Yeah.
My colleague Basintele, party person.
Yeah, Obianti me argue. Nobody. Yes. I mean, how can you argue this?
Exactly.
You can never argue. You can never.
Pablo was in the heart of it. Osman was in the heart of it. Rudela Sedo was in the heart of it.
National Women Organizer.
National Women Organizer. The deputy Abigail.
Ashanti Regional Minister was the secretary for the party. Party people.
You understand?
Even with those now we consider them as non-party people, they are aligning.
Yes.
Yeah. Initially, somebody like Professor Jampo, my friend, now I had issues. Then I realized that no, he was too technical, too professional, or until anything about party. I say, and recently with the conversations, me I've never met Jampo.
Yeah,
I've never gone to his office. But I've heard that he's now engaging the necessary people that they should help to run the system. He's engaging them. Even Randy Abe too initially, not Randy Abe who challenge. But I have heard that he's aligning and he's engaging them, not necessarily doing politics, but at least again you don't break the base. And they are doing well. Jampo, for instance, is doing it. Last time I saw him at Utumfo's Palace.
Okay.
And I heard so few on NDC office. Yes, and yes,
exactly.
But at least a part ninti.
And I will be courtesy call on the constituency of the region.
And they are doing well.
Exactly.
And they are doing well. And they are doing well.
Akogan, Bob no rank. Mete office. Na say enkrofo eba. No mo pe a year. No my friend Ruth Barbara. Daniel Bra. Mon draft letter we emame. Yeah, they call Mr. Zuma ho Ghana Port and Habos. Mon famano. Na me signature Esha. Shesa Kogan signature Esha. Ubeti anase unti. And then obi bae Maslock issue. And I'm afraid Abigail. Abi Maswan Crawford me no be. I'm not saying say they should bend the rules for them.
No, but at least
these people have come to party office and have given them a note to you. Listen to them. And maybe we to Mabua. Sankomu nye party for and come who is Akogan. Sometimes
I think MPP in power had this kind of challenges.
Yes.
There was a disconnect.
Yeah.
And Abigail Efreme, Osia Uma Obi notice Omra in Pakona Freme. Into what is the issue about? And I'm saying, make issue no menkai. But once it is your department, Mago, and Crofsomope Capital, and the ABB Youth Enterprise, me friend Magoa, me say, Mediomo Ba, I am not forcing you to do anything.
But
listen to them. Say, omitted criteria now. buano waba party office eno hia emwa that is it and Osman Ayariga Malik podium intro no to my friend and my test no say so I am telling you that the ministers and chief executives are cooperating to the extent to say your problem are you isa the problem you want eneno a space vacancy and opportunities the brenya omobeye but hono a choky to the extent
last time na me unia Mensa Thompson edim komo Kwabena office no one unsem people for see one office say single room that they can contain even 15 people. Yeah. Almost Ghana Exchange Commission. They don't have single office. ATS MPP. Almost
a little finance any adieno. They are now engaging in expansions. Sena ebeya omutumi ajini pakakra. Inti mpenifu ebesem is just a matter of time. Me, I am so positive and the feeling that I have ene. Emma me kon dokra say me kwako chief executive ana BB. Ene my living standard is far better than
at a cheap price. The most important thing is now the system is running.
The system is running.
All right, KOG. Thank you so much for joining me. Senior editor KOG here, live on Accra 100.5. And European, a deputy communications officer, national as an editor. And editorial, editorial, show no. All right, so the Ghana Famoti and car across the country. We have a conversation. We need to talk. Ghana Bekasa and then come Baba be Jumebi, but Jumano the better one my watcher and me panel members no more ISI Jumano in the studio. I have Divine Nkrumah, who is the director of operations PPP, Godwin Akugan, deputy national communication officer NDC, and we have someone on 12 broadcast journalist, original TV, and also joining here in the studio, and the conversation is so simple and it will be nice. Join us here having that conversation, whether in your office, baby be and area. But main friend my production crew and that's Kwame Kwache Fit one day call him and thank you so much. And yeah, any team almost share social media handles Regina Kwansa, great job, thank you so much. And I see him come various platforms on my PK and area you call Elembele West End FM. We are grateful to you. I see my Benya FM in Elmina, Media Nana Kwabena Bobie Ansah, the old soldier. Your thoughts, your opinions. You can join us on your Facebook page and other platforms now. So straight, we won't just waste time. We'll go to the phase 2.
Ava, me just na pomie.
Eradi adomboko. Mama nua Divine Akwaba na fish apa. Divine Akwaba.
Yeah, dia.
Fish apa.
Afi committee. Ose.
Divine.
Roja come na issue.
Divine wani.
Na Divine do dey issue. Ana muni bibi aminim.
Divine.
Divine.
Divine catch you sha. Or boat you back wa. It will top road to east.
Divine. And your man Gani gra.
So
I said we over myself. I did Kwabena. Then I called the show last week. I'll be introduced you and also. Oh, Divine, you're chilling, Papa. Hey, baby, I'm going to be a show now. I'm for you now. My company, not just a microphone.
Last week, media, we are some kind of media. We can. We had the man, Miss Mega. We had the man, we had the Kwajama.
Obi sending me message. We na message. I know I should do. We both on ye.
Sir.
The Honorable Kuganeka engagement between the party leadership and the government appointees and other things that. Anybody who says that Bobie Monso or more engagement.
Where they media direct.
That means we tell city pass do mo dey here.
In fact,
for me, say me. We show we member
yeah.
Other platforms.
Yeah.
Divine dey we media.
Debbie member. Only me time make us same way. Say you buy introduce me and say me here. Deputy communication
director for PPP.
Share me throw messages sir. Unto me tia see here Mr. Aziz Amasamai, World Chairman NDC. Ose me kan kire say o yare.
Yes, mo.
Me wo obi send me message from Ami Endra Ami for problem o see ah almost one issue obi solve problem no afre me oh divine into we can say ni o kwa aka kire obi mu say omo nka bi man o kwa esi mu ni o kwa esi obi da no obi fra me say o say na me ne hunto ne obi mu nam de say my okay o wi ase mu ase
Very Kabi.
It's a problem, but I can imagine Akogan what they go through.
Yeah.
On daily basis. Sometimes I'm not even able to tell them. Say, I'm not. I mean, and so you can't even explain to people. Say, just answer. You just have to soak and say, oh, they may transfer. I said, me catch wrong. Me mama swati. So imagine say, and your mama never told me.
When you say. Metie ya metie me kanu krachro ma bomu tunpo se me ni political party echi enko campaign biu no mewu
o da be nka
David
nka
ha uko yi wanim eye campaign ni wie na mu wini a ha president no se o
ani no kre ani no kre
ana unni ba bia wo de wasemo enkrofo atwe no Uni bebia wo do asemo kodia wo ne wasemo mobo wo akra kasa no wo de onya ho wi ase na chese unim se me no kasa me no sese me no kasa me ni me kromufo mamponfo kra me convince wo mo MPP fo me convince mo so mo nto aba ema NDC na sese dia asandefo no yeso ya ba NDC me benya ba bia agina me ni kra no me won sua be 8 a omo do omo ma eyi asende me ebi pe fire service ebi pe and I no cry dem dey ahometia say akofre fifi kwete secretary friends
okay Anas
David
Anas say friend say
ma
content
oh me
me ba say me ampa
me dey ahometia kokofre no say be ma afede say no me hu ba bia me fa ade do wa
o David nyono what do you about
so the point is divine adding I didn't add but any day anyway so gentlemen you zoom straight on this matter and a conversation a was straight in the a mouth for a busa questions why should Ken Oforiatta come down for accountability. And now no minua Samia Okuko kan sembi say akoye say NDC government ne harass MPP for so Kaish we are to bomb also will be Hunter said looks like Ken Oforiatta in court America.
Oh they need a black we're blue.
What would you suppose? So Divine, let me start with you. Chester. Now me show Chester. You need to hear me dodges. Me show Chester din be am ni Chester be share bia. Me wan see ebugo table proof from.
And me setting up am me chichire na ma.
Me chichire na ma. Chester there. Because Chester ngwari ni pa me so a me ni so ba won anim. Anyway, Divine, this is where we have reached Ewo Ken Oforiatta. And then I decided say and can go back and do the haircut what pensioners went through, the issues about Ora Jekum the late Kama Erezi about 800 pensioners womu ewu ye through Ken Oforiatta Sano and how he mismanaged the economy. But here we are. The question is, why should Ken Oforiatta come down?
Yo, Bobie, but that's it. The kind of chia eti for national for. Let me chia. Me no abedwa for so o me share wa hasi.
akogan ene minya honto ene wakasa so bimbo abaso so odwuma so ma odi on say ura kanu for ata assembly senka o dey compare atoyere nchem bia eto Ghana ha say ya nka discussion no it is a flat issues akwa say every time bia esi ye kan wasem sa ye be kan wasem ende ura kanu for ata assembly ya ka ba ni nyina ubisa say efi hifa ene bedu baby aba bedu de nti ane kana asem ye kan na asan so akwa aba ne kana akwa kana no is because of nipa na kasa in question no ene na manu party na ofimu no se ne omo yo omo niama ena ma won se no asem ye njai ka ende njai ka ochina de di kan de nti a ora kan furi ata asem ye ntumi njai ka enka bi wo ni se oye nipa bi a occupy public office office na occupy ne so nye office bia keke say ordinary office bia na okotena aye ya to abawie one hand over wanye hwe na pabam ode no ho kan wura ekotena obi man so na ohwe owura kan furu atajumedie odie time wa oye finance minister mpa question mark bebre woni dwumedie odie ho a ye be hia no say ombra no answer questions Ghana for who ni dwumadi a odi ye no de di kan yesi owura kan furu atambra mate say ne lawyers for ne party for bi no ka say ombra embeye den like omo pese mo try no in absentia say oni ho na chira mo na nkamaye you see denti ebe hia say owura kan furu ata ebe ba ne say yeah since and this aban we take power no my observe trend be any communication we be a NPP for no engineer unim say ora yes say adwuma pe na ye accusing crofo say na momuso na niama ekoso niama say no ma yusu brofo be any time say the person is innocent until proven guilty me no say brofo no mo ka say everything now ka say alleged see enye sanity omunye innocent the reverse is the case say omunye thieves omunye akronfo ko pim say court be catch omunye akronfo because bobie me no kasa say see ya dia show say kanuforiata ade we yayira sika we ehu asem we asi say ever no say to onu na sa wuni eboni bia bra na be kasa ade we minim ho hwe enye simple enye asem na ano to see etia see na bobie yes only last person better microphone yachi etna console yachi a operate here ebo 5 we show by the time we be kon yes CCTV na hu yes mic ni honum wo say this a court ebua ansa na be kase wa wi ami wa CCTV camera no ehu say wo fa ade ne koye itu si en twansa enti say onim say wunya ya de no akwa tete say wo free studio ha no na say de wo kai microphone na say wo kono bibi ayira ena woso wo komampon ko duru mampon ya afro se bobie alaja gongo se o ma hwe CCTV no mu ye hu se microphone no wo fa ne ma ba ku mienu ensa bi bra wo se anya matum krai mema maka mampon ho na so anya mia
mo nkoko dis court ka se ye mia
na se anya wa se wo ya adwo wa Accra FM bobie bra it is a nyamia me faka ba me video kro video enyamia minim hu asem we dey bra asem ba
sa no mu ye ti o so mo ye tell the person is innocent until proven me o me akron for because you audit report ade bia ye report na ye de ba no bobie report na official report o ye de ba record bia o mu bia ya de a eye oman no records na se record ne say obi on national service yes see man sika 10 billion so fa anye say sika na nkwankodu sika na yira o say there be sika ni nyina ri tumu say ayira ba ni pare no fa aye it is a no fa aye ba bi e call ye ne we he amu pese beka ho ase me bebi sa into rack no furiata ampala say
so see the ekika e de to no so nyina onim ho hwe se mu bi ani ono mo yampa ombra keke na ka ombra be yi ne ho ano se menya hwiye na ke hu se osu ura kanofurata onye hwe but unim se ura kanofurata nkasa ye obia oye no hu obia oyaza unim se every time bia our movement bi ni connection bi ade bi opese onye oka e your baby misa ni case ya ewo US ya ice for asomu ya ye detain me suspect say bibi kra wo mu a wo engineer amanakwa kodu san pempen so no.
Really?
Yes, you know why? Me dey need to eniama bi asi in the past me suspect it because ebeba ne say na bobie obi a yen Ghana ebeka say yen justice system no enye 100% and I say enye ye ka say the perfect system but minji ni say ora kanoforiata eba ye bechichire no na boduam say ekoboni tuo
now they are trying to claim say a political witch hunting
persecution.
Yeah, persecution. Okay, so
you see, but and yes, how the system let's see he has an opportunity granting the bill then you be one tia Kanofurata said they began a 100 year ni V8 no pe or see prison detention center hono no e hono pe. It's because omo calculated scheme will be omo dey ato akwa mu hwe o kai so ra Kanofurata na be ka kire yen say Ghana is a proud country. We will never ever go to IMF.
Yes.
And so if you actually no buy na numu a o kasa asem nyina kire no onim se na chi no odi entro ye wia ye san so call IMF ofi hono mu anoko ye okay say time e-levy or threatening almost all the MPs in parliament here pro MPP for et catch say one ba parliament say ni say Emma Obi nakuma eda rubber mu ye kukuru no de to ambulance mu.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine?
Because Kanofurata says so mama to aba e-levy amba economy ni be crash and ye e-levy efi ye tax mu economy na crash. It was because normal de babe pussy de babe agenda. So be kai ora Kanofurata the same person or be catch on na be catch say see omo discussion na there is nothing like haircut will never happen obi akwa oda onda ade che ye no yesan so kohwe ye no na haircut aba ema nkrofosika enwa to adwamu enti bobie me sa asem omo gina no court wonum na oya even for the fact say what to me esiki court order you see a hearing no was in camera ya the public mo bi nkoti bi no me hu say a scheme bia Kanofurata asese why na je say omo ya na omo akotu from NDP na bobia unim de ntia hwe ma meka sem kire omo de taxes bi aba na taxes omo de aba na nra na mo show ba akoso na one of the NPP guys say catch him say ade na mo tan Kanofurata sa ade na mo tan omo busu ane sa ade na mo tu omo ho obi antan obia metal Kanofurata den pan na menya wo musa metal Kanofurata but yes ombra be yin someone no ombra be yin someone no now you see say obi the hatred di bone ebi musa menya emotional mamu fa bufuo ni hatred why no ono odi hatred di bone e wo mamu atchen Kanofurata hey Kanofurata uni ni kroba akosumpo na wo sika na se wo su mu ko ayie Tio, na say okosa keke ni e ma fansa otumi gina so edigu bank.
How?
Amwabin UT bank or say oko program na sa okosa o keke no. Eni omre hwe no na asa osae no. Oba akra because no ni Kanofurata kasa. Ode na kasa enumre no. Kanofurata ajesusu onka ho. Yesi na asa no bi man tip off say oba ho no you are too comfortable na say o sadodo.
O tia de pa na o buato pa na
omu fi kroba akoso e na o cheso abebu atopa sa e ma he obi afi
o de sisi
sa e na ye gina so e de agu ne bank se obi ta obi no di boni a e dey na chai ade a Kanofurata de ye agongo ora agongo me de bia me kasa in the banking sector clean up exercise is one institutional Naka of all the issues that bank as I said touching.
Omo kura kai. Addison wa kai. Heritage Bank. On wa kai say Heritage Bank there.
See, only issue be only liquidity issue. Ni books mu ye clear. Say onye boni bia. O say only ni pano. Say because our case on penasem because o say on person.
It's not fit and proper.
Fit because oye turning. Sebi. Oye mukuro mu ni. And now to win yes sika say no onye bi niti no. Pua yen kona yen konkoda. It's in one bank. So many things.
30 minutes to so be good bank so no ni agongo edi nkomo. Eya na me ni agongo netwo. Me ni netwo say na kanofura ata ni di nkomo a omudi omo ma ho nkomo. So me na mfofo agongo busa na ma ho te say na wifi wo ho ono no kwa no so wo no kroko work obefa animu akra omudi nkomo normal 30 minutes time.
Hwe mamika say mi chira wo kanofura ata say nyo tan a. Oh, Indum case.
Okay, my.
Indum. Any na Kufuado, ekoye meeting, eko shiaya, same way na make a channel. And na Kufuado, and Casafa for a freaking of Frata Kachan say, Indum issue, we na more resolve it. Because Papa no bank na econo, a bank of Bibri. Can Frata say, Senka Indum bank, the very stone, the free SHS Ingu. Says 100% free SHS Ingu, dia, and one share on for bank license and of our Indum bill. I sound trashy. Or no quote me 13 or 13.
Really?
I'm telling you. Now who said Canada Japan says no your vice president Sebaumia who born dog say on the cabinet meeting. Not can of rata in the sabo table so Sebaumia shut up. No sorry no call. Buo bia can of rata for bia no bia nyashi. Nashe can of rata a wiki that to the extent say opio ni nya asem bia wo Ghana no so no wie na wo amano na issue so do beto aso akọ wonim so mo sponsor amanfo e wo US so mo fa Indum any other companies Ghanaian companies mo ye successful ha say brands no e court e wo amano ni o mo lusi o call Liberia government can Furata ko sponsor political party e ma send company back wo e say Liberia e ma oni Bank of Liberia governor any finance minister ekoye na krana itu Ghana form ko be business won na kan frata di omachi wo hono eko finishing ni nyina
hey
usi hey
ya wonimbi
oh asema mi kan yes last time once an video ni picture bi na e buy na no ne yere bag bonachi no bag bonachi no Liberian partners in a meeting in Washington. All of these things who can no furiata mo dia your man we share unim say
wow
Snakes insurance company if anything social insurance company if anything SIC yeah Abai State who him say or the company was literally on its knees say Kenoforiata and my instructions to all the heads and they say before I be award a contract bia any bibia I say called enterprise insurance for and they in charge of insurance and we insure bibia government do bia na Abai company no e de no e da honum na egu just say efun Kenoforiata e prayer ni one opere efun hu wọ́n fẹ́ ukra wu na wọ́n fẹ́ fún àǹfààní hall transition ọ̀nà kura ẹ̀nu kura so kura no ọ̀nà ọ̀bẹ yà ká.
adé ni wọ́n fẹ́ fún un ama amọ̀kí nnua wàdání amọ̀kí nnua.
adé a Kenoforiata ayé wọ ọ̀man Ghana ha sè mi nim diẹ ti a obi bẹ kásẹ̀ obi tan ẹ̀fẹ̀ ní sẹ̀ Kenoforiata sẹ̀ ọ̀jì bìbí ntí no ẹ̀nìyẹ́mọ̀ wẹ̀ yà ayé bubọ̀ so wẹ̀ nyina ayé kàtsọ̀ sẹ̀ ọmọ di nípa bọ̀nì ọ̀nì Nana Akufo-Addo ẹ̀ di bọ̀nì to the extent sẹ̀ they almost hijacked every sector of our economy. See, from energy, the PDS by Kenoforiata etayechire, the PDS, the and gold sector, and kofa ejapa, gold for oil buy. Minina no more schemes on me fast on medicine. I'm going to fee and some. And they are more because the no more busia for. What to say? UGI entry any MPs for the say Kenoforiata no koye meeting, you know. Kenoforiata catch on say onu na ma MPP ba power inti no omo onti obi asem fo obi asem nye
yeah obekai yeah former Subin MP
yes Kenoforiata eniama waje e wo mamu ha sei me no say me kase me bobo so anya ade betie na onim Minion arise Ghana for demonstration omo pekete or friend saying US embassy hono. Hono mimi sure say omo ekakre omo fanko na Akufo-Addo fie ni MPP headquarters. Demonstration ankasa no. But be say omo do mani kire MPP headquarters for. Because I buy na buy no mo mark no furata appointment and na Akufo-Addo. Ora kan furata lamentation ni problem a ye complain about na nya start you. Bobie Ora kan furata ye start see complaining about ni suban tiny ni belligerent and intransigent posture in government no. Ono any party for ekaye MPs for more than 88 ekoye press conference president wonum eka chen say apprentice unia we ade oyi or the problem be brain or cause problem na Akufo-Addo say there be onti obia e no retaining kanoforiata say by force ora kanoforiata to ho sabi say bin president sempanifo nim no hwe ne ya otumi sori kra papa say me manti Ghana for ye ne ma iti ono yenja no na ono pa na onyansa obetumi asolve ye financial crisis e wo mamu ha sei e ma kanoforiata na asesa di boni enti MPP for no if say ye pese ye pansesa Aden na yen call MPP for no demonstration catch them say mun nipa ba ko no e Crawford say mun no US no mun mani mbra because
but the point is, how do you convince a thief to advise a thief to come for accountability?
No, but the point is that
you cannot convince Crawford on country young Crawford omra. You can never convince.
But me ora kan furata o me party mu na ade nguase we nyina odi gu yen na ye boni din oforiata o kan oforiata o na egu mu party no se nyese kronosem na wo mu na mu nyina amofo aso a mu na ese mu protest against him say ombra Ghana be yi ni ho ano nya boni bia na mo ntomo enso mu se na chi na ma hye ne kutupa ena mu ka say oh ontina no ena na Akufo-Addo so etina se na omo hwe kanoforiata ena sana ma wo nyina ekoso me say me din ye divine oforiata na ka me din no masesa no o apa na odin ye oforiata se sia nyonya me ne wo ho o kanoforiata ena na Akufo-Addo mabusua no obo de nguase poto aka edin asanso by extension no omo de aka chimfo ba chimfo nyina omo nye one achieve on difference womu but my yama quite say
no, even in their family we have nice guys in there.
Well,
even in the family,
yeah.
I Crawford edubi.
But me say come me di divine
the frontliners are Crawford to be because they afford to be
say come me di divine na come me yimi di oforiata me yef me di so because I told you obi otu ne fu ofie oni ebusuani papa bi asabe o nyesa on timo be calling to order say masa ade a wo ye wo de nguase e bra ebusua no bra na dey na be o
and he is even getting his kids involved in all this scamming because you suni baba ko the papers e wo ho so that you will not come
say US emrano oba e wo green card and also a citizen wo no mo owo kwan a obetumi a bringing the parents immediately don't so ma ba bet na obi
in ne ba no
yes no. Na da bi o say bra na omo bo ni nyina na omo mbo because of yen omo ma ni nyina ni Ghana omo nya Ghana fo obi a ne ba nya Ghana ni owia na obo okro no a ebe ha no ne ba nya Ghana ni ba bi anya Ghana ni omo nyina are foreign citizens ena yen yete ha.
So the point is divine at this point what is the way forward at this point? What is the way? I see a train because Matisse lawyer be ready say look they can start the proceedings whatever young koso until say obeba ebi nso say no young train oba.
You see kind of right time mindset no they are caught na US ni year ni funda asem ni year kanu why not doing say sasa mind the any nchi am
so yes tradition here adwuma kro no be poison no
why not doing say ono pa de because share unim say civil aviation lands here or hijacking ya wa fe
yeah
ubi sa no so ni mo hwe ba ko so a ni din na da de ne so e no ma omo so mu ni mo hwe esu ye develop anti so movie power no omo e develop angrofo e develop no muti omo ka omo ni ngrofo e tu omo ka say eye kanofurata na busuafo na tu aye ka o land ne so state land na ye so adwuma meanwhile they don't want to admit there are so many things that we need him here to come and answer because fan say gitware mu na NSS insemi payment akoko through nyina utumi yi Ministry of Finance no ono be bi agency head no efimu because ono no superintendent over those transactions akoko so and no more instructions threatening crofo ehunu na crofo. And you know, apart from all the financial issues involving the other criminal murderous cases he's involved.
Really?
He's scared. See, yes, baby, obi edwane akwa teteno. Ono nim de ohye. Onim de waye. Ono nim say oba Ghana na asa. When be man na Ghana. Ni business is now. Oh yeah, because you see akwa Gambia Trust Banker ne dia. Gambia Transbank so nze ne
yeah.
Oko Liberia bank say bank
insurance
oko US or oko UK na ka ombra Ghana no metra na mu season the passport no mu ndi sika how to me she obi a say na say wabragu itini nyina ye part of the grand scheme of my imagine say omu cost wa ye na kan frata ne de ono sacrificial lamb ono ti US wo obetwe asem ni mu a Obi has sent me a message because Sawa was will be a look. Oforiata is just protecting Baumia and other people. It can be possible. Because and some obeyano ama akusi baby. Yes. Obeyano ama na Kufuado Ankasanka so no ho bi. President, former president Ankasanka. Entiane yamwano no nka. Yamwano no nka ho. Osai purposes Operation Cover Akufo-Addo Nima residence. Arise Ghana, more organize it. Metu sika no. Operation Cover Akufo-Addo residence. So that's it. Divine, I'll come back to you. My main call Honto aside na memra honorable aside. Honto
over
the conversation on the street. Can no furiata ye den. Obi ni me di nkomonra after me show no. Yeah, on say nka obe rezi kenoforiata issue. Enra.
Yeah.
And I'm kasi beto aso ene. So me coffee no and a friend called me. We were just chatting about this kenoforiata issues blah 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 blah. And I was say, Kwabena say ye de kenoforiata criminal issues no to nchen ya. Ghana phone nim hawa or running economy down. Yanonkwano is a criminal act on the state Ghana. The way or running the economy down. Because when you look at Kenoforiata, you look at a year at forcing. You ask yourself, say, but when you finance for so what is happening? A banner say and a Ghana be drew. So unto a banner say no Foriata. It me running such a bad economy, shocking everybody. Eventually, 800 pensioners died.
Of my menchia a senior comrade, Akogan. Na menchia a divine so na memo Akogan so about said ya wokano. You said NDC by no most of the elected executives, you know. Bia do na akodi appointment into a survey party no survey a year position okuta so by a few NDC executives o mo say party ekote so mo free ho do say aketwe bia ni ho no ombeko so atna ho na oye nipa ba ko a ofre no na wanya no a obefre agugan obefre anything na come imagine say nka person be sponsor ni ko
obefre Akugan se minstro nyame na meka ye contemporary si gise bia nyame tu nensa frɛ ye but I strong me believe say the bia Akugan person odrubia the party level some of us are ready.
They
are ready.
I will give you hope to the grassroots. Na
oto nka che kro obefro o mfre no kro obefro
super amen chair tea for ne awefo nyina so awie over am say muti Akufo-Addo ka ti say metia me kwa iso na meti say Akufo-Addo anya appointment na Akufo-Addo ya appointment say only the Commonwealth observers Bangladesh.
Bangladesh.
Observe election.
No observe election.
Those election only refer no way. You couldn't go Bangladesh. Also anyway. Over. Yamenu nuclear. If you say Bible say yemfa boni ntua boni seka osese onua bi ya obone kura fa che ne mpem say 77 times bebrebe ubewie na ese ukura o enu ye nyankopon de no because Ghana those say we Christopher dos ye won kramofo no enye Bible ani edibu man ye constitution na constitution no anybody fa che wo ho ba bia no aka so bi obone a fa che no enim sa eninti na me ameka se so bi commit crime obi ya me bone politically a ebe din se me be che se nipa no because obi bi obe obone na mama nyosem so ayo obone bia na ebo apaye washeda so de ye enti in order to fix an answer to stop that no yeni bi otia wo na so a make sure say the more retu
yeni de mi tiase
ni more retu a next time otia form a obehwe yi na NDC a political party bia it seems like omon shede ni sa kuma ye de punish omo political opponents. They don't have it. Ekwan Akufo as a president, Akufo-Addo as attorney general, Eddie Rawlings any NDC appointees efa so no senka Professor Mills aban no komu ye bia ka Akufo-Addo ke no fra ta koma finance ministry aye ken uko Bible say ke no fra ta de bia no ahye white finance minister de bia o ko read budget na okuta Bible obe quote Bible cross no akire de wu me ye sure say bia otie onko bi Korinto fo ngoma etienum entichemudu Korinto fo ngoma etosumienu etienum entichemudu o say efi say ye nyina begina Kristo atemufo akwanya nanim na obiara aye de oye ye ho ne bra ho aketua se eye papa ana abone enti Bible no akasa kra na endorse accountability
of course.
Kwame Pepra no ye finance minister under Rawlings kofo ba ye si yakwa ye rice bi quality grains voter region yesi sika wiebie akoso na Kwame Pepra ye finance minister wono na authorize ye mie yi sika mie de koye se adwuma no ye kwache Kwame Pepra ye kodi Kwame Pepra sem ye de Kwame Pepra koto afiase mfie nan enyo no kwa Dr. Jesse Payanki eno mom ka dana budakpe no om nyina
Salome
Victor Salome no ye deputy minister finance no abrochire obafie obedu kotoka ne che no bia nai fo che no no arrest warrant yesi obi nai fo on kwan ye che no no mre ne kokoshe mu so mo mani be kra na eden ye de ne court ye dinasem ye de ne kotu afiase okuwu afiase Victor Salome atofo asien na oya finance minister yi Keno Foriata eka say ato forcing by hook or crook e was okoda fiase eye sudie kase aye de to ajana 1 ajana 2 Godfedame ni sleepless night onya nyina ye de
50/40
yes make sure say ato forcing there wouldn't be to fiase
50/40
Dr. Opuni yade ne court 8 good years Loy judge oti adwam a wodi Opuni asem etimi kogina campaign platform so kase for more for nana wonyenuga Opuni petition say yensesa no a yesi da yensesa no noa ne be me wodi wasem Kufuor ba no kote Accra fast track high court or a specialized court to prosecute NDC officials. Wo jeli wo nyina wie no ana fast track court no ogu no Rollins nankasa no ya president. Obwana deja stripping ma fe de Rollins nam Kotoka International Airport wa enkrofo di ku mu kwa check no nso di mu bi na ne bag boni nchemu. That's the power of MPP, how they pay their political opponent. Tachuchikata. Yesi ahwehwe no. Tachuchikata wa brochire. What is yesi ahwehwe no? Tachu no ankasa no no afiri ni pemu. Se Ghana me ma ye adwuma ese mebu akonta. Obedu Kotoka na eche no. Ye je ne passport je ne bibia. Ye gusu edi asam no. Tachu kwat me esa ne passport man. Also a medical checkup ye preventing amananko. Kosi se di chechu asem di tu afiase. Chechu akoyare wansawam ni asthma ba ntese wa ba. Oxygen sini so na oda hospital mpam na abankaba egu ni nsa ya bo ni nsa dia bo empaduam na oxygen sini so Chechu chikata. Kufuor and MPP and Akufo-Addo, this is their record. But Professor Mesibai, what did he see? Yahushi. And MPP, Asabedrumuswa, always they want to be treated different, special. Omoye special. Omoye nipa sinwobia, omoye Ghana ni sinwobia. Kenoforiata. Wo ena obetina Ghana. First time in the history of Ghana, finance minister of go to Bible akese ne o medin ahodo. Said no na make no. 2017, Kenoforiata budget e dia na da so ya asempa. 2018 was he adwuma pa. Wodi asempa ba. Asempa no ama na adwuma pa. 2019 was he mpuntuo. Safe no de year of road ebae
wa advance
yakoya ni mo mpuntuo mu 2020 covid-19 was enidaso. Yes, covid kum crofo we ase grofo wu na so gara de enidaso because of Kenoforiata. 2021 ajinkwa Akufo-Addo budget aji Ghana for kwanti covid ankuyen. Then 2022 yedi nkunim budget. Sa budget no ko ready wie ya oba. Ye line up Ministry of Finance adwumayefo nyina momugina kwana bankum ni fa. Omoma ni heroes welcome. Wakwa akwa
Jimmy.
It's no monas omugina ho for 3 good hours. And your boy Kenoforiata abaso. Na watimi achechire o man say ya. Amo man dinkunim adum pempenso a. Yesi di waputa manafia so nchiri so di bomu.
Be chire nkunim no mu.
Na be chire nkunim na nyina nkunim abotire, mebo nkunim abotire.
Wose da.
Wabu ketim. Brefia wose womba. Na me yare. Mekosa me ho yade aba. Okoya wamba bio. Ena nkrofo so de wi a Kenoforiata ye de se oba Ghana ahwe obo NDC fo be ma na wu afiase anaso be we. Let's assume say Kenoforiata ba ye na kwa kotu afiase wawu. Sebi we nipa che Vito Salome. Kenoforiata ye nipa sene DDEP Domestic Debt Exchange Program nko ano. Emrafo ne kwakrofo pensioners over 800 of them including Kama pharmaceutical Mr. Jekum. Over 800 of them died because of Kenoforiata decision not to pay them. Men's Gold, over 300 of their members yamutu. And so Men's Gold do good Men's Gold adwuma na data bank sa go trading no mu yebi. Ukofa bank sector cleanup. When him crofo we here. Wonim di oba be ye onim se oba be hwe crofo Kenoforiata target wo mo. Wonim se omo ye middle income. Banking sector may form a middle income. DDEP middle income. Men's Good middle income. And to ono so bibia hwanu kote transition. Me kumu na maye mu ayi. into Kuya Samale na transition for omunya hu say obi a nsam obi awubi awu area ha the next obekọ na transition for the billboard akwa akosi ho. We got you covered. Yes wachi to awu kura na say making money nin ono kwa single handedly it must several Ghanaians, hundreds, thousands of them ewu nin kwa no esom bosin wo moana wa be ye finance minister wo baaye no the entire kind of records nyina ye bank number 1 ye banking sector clean up exercise. What target to competitors in the banking sector? Kofi Amuaben Bank at a point can ofrata approach Kofi Amuaben some person on ton the bank and farm man. Or so on tongue. Who collapse papa bank and opportunity. O collapse Kofi Amuaben UT bank no. Oko some regions baby ane Kofi Amuaben ko takrade oko sunyane baby ana Kofi Amuaben UT bank e dey anu operate no e ho ana kenofriata data bank e koja no operate
ogu obidia ye ndi
o se obidia no ayo obidia ye banking sector clean up exercise. Yes, here cover 9 billion. You ended up spending over 25 billion Ghana cedis solving a 9 billion cedi problem. You could have said me. Mobile de biano meka liability or more heritage from the banking sector clean up exercise. But asset the o man chere ba kumpo. Na boss aka ni nyina to ho. Yes, Kwame Pepra as a finance minister, Eden in such a crata me sika $20 million. I'm a diakwa rice project a voter region. You didn't to a fiasi in fear 9. Keno Fureta, I timid in such a crata say, I'm a the gun of Wesika $97 million etuamana. Edaha ononum pese yebebu no akonta obabebu akonta.
Debbie.
My holding accountable because or ye special.
COVID no kra we mu akontam you.
Debbie on asa COVID expenditure say can say attorney general catch say omo ye ho say forensic audit yeguso aye twen. Utimi be running on my Ghana country down. Bosumi mi ansa bia na akwaje bosia. Every 3 months from 2017 to 2020, every year Kenofriata, every quarter bia no kwaje eurobond. Because okwaje a o ne share. Na obro saka we nyina na odigu ho.
Ono oye finance minister no. Na ono ni data bank and a year financial advisor to a year bond omko euro bond ekwa jiska ono ni data bank no
and a financial advisor.
Yeah, the insurance enterprise or insurance cover.
Insurance cover.
Yeah.
Now we are na Gabi a law firm. Omo na ye legal advisors almost 2%.
Ba no sisa data bank adwumafo nyina do begu Ministry of Finance. Kenofriata. Yes so timu fanya obusum kune onku setekpe be ye finance minister for 4 years. Setekpe 8 years of NDC Otikroma ye.
No do so benya.
Ube huni de bia na ne traza kakraka ya.
Yeah. Ode ekro.
Ne traza kakraka na ekro. Dr. Kwabena Dufo
Otikroma ya.
Ebe ye finance minister. 8 years and Akufo. 8 years and Akufuado. What Ghana here?
Debut. Ami Yandam. Eya wakasa no. Obi aba ni fie.
Obi anko ni fie.
Wa mani finance minister ni bi.
Yes, obi anko ni fie.
Obi aba fie. Wa nya hwe no, obi aba busu asem.
Na ade a aye me da. Se MPP for Sadwin Papa no mutrimu a. MPP as a political party komba distance or move from Kenofriata. But because a criminal organization intino and act of severe stupidity intino or more European the MPP as a political party will pay dearly whether Kenofriata so be bow that accountability. MPP as a political party will face that accountability 2028.
So also more change say NDC be unpopular.
You see Who finance minister for 6-7 good years are running away from accountability. Who momu Jenny say ma Emma be facing accountability. Why take it and a Kufa be president MPP? Abambe na mark no frata appointment MPP. Enti brand association, whether you like it or not, Kenuforiata a MPP, one of their pioneers and also leading member. And Tidobeye Biano was direct effect consequences on the MPP. But na be clear. We my friend is Papa also pay MPP. Former MP Subin also pay
Eugene
Entry. We will not pay our call for a year Ken.
So Omra.
Obi akabi as a Ken member. Man me face accountability. Na Ghana for any MPP for nimbonia Ken Ofuriata edia. Kaba this time kranka bi ameka che say, kameka say enka American embassy kura nka yenko tutum na yendi mane so momfa Ken Ofuriata Amerians na ebie. Wodi nipa bone. Wodi oman Ghana bone. Woye wudi ni timodenfo a Monsam kura hu Ken Ofuriata na ye mo ahye no. Say, hey, where the man am de bone buy, but we do why what trap?
Where the ama feel?
Where the ama me ankasa mu antwiri me. Na dey na why? Yes, bra. Special prosecutor na investigate you. What Ghana ha? The moment hu some people Lucia na pa udwane. Who you state because I don't so influence. Na the free Ghana koy. Yes, bra. SML. What's the contract no? Emu fine.
BBI okay.
BBI okay. Yes okay. Brother be chire mu. Enya man ye okay. National can say cathedral. What's the payment na make here no? Genuine. 97 million Ghana cedis taxpayers money were committed to digging this hole. Yes okay. Brane be chire mu e kwan a wo fa so a wo make those payments wo se won ba na Gabi eti Ghana ha no Gabi atimi anya kokuduro afa phone afre Victor Smith Ghana bana musini ewo Washington ka kire ni say Ken Ofuriata di osuro se oba Ghana ha the wia ebesi aye no eninti ena oye enti somehow no he was trying to convince Victor Smith now on shield Ken Ofuriata more involving himself in the processor e be extraditing the naba na oma because Ken Ofuriata or special gift to worry Ken Ofuriata a special chain eye wuntumi we special chain asibe we special chain eye edubuahin we special chain MPP for omu face trial and prosecution enitima womba forgetting the omudi on political opponent NDC na NDC foi ade ba kwa wo se mu hu ni say whether you like it or not 2028 election Enyama Ghana for be gina so decide whether to retain NDC or not no this Ken Ofuriata any accountability and ora no edimuntenteman yes Petrobuako from Ghana for be so atoaba they say Ghana nyina da no construction site ye akwan Ghana for be so atoaba enyuma aban bie Ghana for be so atoaba enuane ayefo Ghana for be so atoaba sanso so na ye kasei empuntu a Ghana ni bia tire ni ahunu bia be so atoaba nemmom accountability ade ehun yanti Ghana for be so atoaba without accountability enkame ana Christopher nkenu kwasiada emo bia entunsi asoro dem say ode ni sika a wa bra ye anya adwuma o ma bu 10% e kwa akoto asore futuo mu for tight senya kuntabua kakramoni on chiri ni yamu kwam for 30 good days awo mreko a ne yiri tonto zafi kramoni on chiri ni yamu kwam enfa kwam nya adwuma wia enka nantwie on mreko nim nantwi nam se de ne desi etie nanso akuntabuo nim se daati bia no owu a we district bia nyankopɔ bubu naten eni ntina Christopher nkramofo obia bɔ ne bra wonim se daati bubu hu akunta sanso na be ya ban adwumani a wo ye dane a obebu akunta Akufo-Addo he did it Kenofrata na medi Ghana sika over $1 million makuru associate si enkonkoye forensic audit they spent over $10 million say omo investigating Mahama 230 eye cocoa rose contract they spent over $10 million na wo wawie na sibra bebu akunta wo wadwane na afi MPP fo mum na ebo tidom se memma me de mahu ene de matie Kenofrata kosoro ba fom obaba Ghana Kenofrata na mo ka se yentimi se bia entra na absentia special prosecutor enyo ono kwa Kenofrata and I think says others ya read o mo charges a case o ma sha se di asem no it doesn't stop anything but there are several issues that Kenofrata involved eno kra nya maye enti Kenofrata ompel ni funu kra de beba Ghana ba bedi nasem matise se o se omo manentina ho na minim se TV ade so so ege eni ntino ba Ghana ase Ghana for de ye mpegi asem enti no ami hu na tade na ehye no na me say
yes it might be something trivial but again in the oye
okay
again in the say if you no hu ade kure wo adisade ni me ye omo desa no
okay so yege a eni onu ankasa ni fi so okay dodo na yege omo te Ghana obi amfa banko bo obi atrimu se oyege na dia wo se Ghana fo hu ni se Kenofrata enyi ni pasron kunchen obi a wo mo a edo mo gina prosecution and akufo sabre Akufo-Addo na ya attorney general obonfo timi kase Akufo versus Chachuchi Kata dini tumu no eno kra chachukra na asem wo dibe mo no ene court ya pepa ni di kwa free court kratam ya dini tumu enti Kenofrata nyu bi sronko omra so beda fiase ni wawu a ne weni de din kan ne papa no e finance minister ma Akufo-Addo papa omo bo besia sama Ghana e bankrupt and after several years Akufo-Addo be president and Ofrata so be finance minister bio history repeating itself the same family no more fa okoda fiase no wu ye ti Kenofrata kono okoda fiase no wu a e history now repeating itself. Let's not run away from reality.
Obi Honorable Kogan Obi Busame say is it possible say government bet me a confiscate Kenofrata name?
Yes, it's possible. It is the moment you be case no to say na honto ekan no.
Yeah.
He's being tried in absentia or must start a trial and did that. In the Kwabena say you are finding guilty depending on the instructions from the court no. You bet to mark as a young confiscating the assets. But you know something? Because we need the wire. No need America or pese otu nintino. Even with data bank and ye in any shares are a woman are relinquished at the amount of food. Exactly. Into open BBA only a few things na obe to me. Enya. Into the shares or data bank, more enterprise insurance na no.
So the guy was too smart.
He's a criminal. He's a criminal. You understand? And you see, Mami can be being sure. Ghana na yesu emano. Ono ankasa na busu efie. Okacho ebusu ase mi renovate ebusu efie. Obi ase o say or innovate we no or see say or the rent teneka ansa na ba be ye busua dia se obi etumi twi ebusua di se mpo a na Ghana man because anko bi anya bibi a or the ekofie na o de obusua fie kura we bubu baby esi no foforo a o se o de rent obi ankope baby ntina na rent te wo kawi a na fi na ba be ye ebusua edia such mindset. You see, Bobby, me start every baby. Na baby me start if you know. Me de kan aka say. Ni pebia say o wi ofo nsa.
No ahwe wonsa.
No ahwe wonsa.
Na ofo nsa se nipa nsa.
Se nipa nsa. Na emre soso no ye ni enkaso. Sena honto ekaye. Ken ready the last budget from parliament at the corner office na mponko and I need to make him krika
Julius Caesar.
I'm telling you,
Alexander the Great. Whenever
Odu office also so all the staff are lining up.
3 hours.
I salute the finance minister. Yana yerefi. And me share the hero of the MPP finance minister. Washe jumpsuits. Na ojina hwa ode ni coat akataso senebeya hu so she jumpsuit. Odru ho ne order ne say onyi coat no in free jumpsuit no ho. Na papi ero ne shirt.
Ngwasese.
Ede ahye ade asen ekonwa ho.
Ti bonesa are.
Ohwa me say the once most powerful person in Ghana. I remember when MPs mere MPP for Eka say Papa we do moye Ekufuado say mama memre because Ken was untouchable. She me took kwan every Ghana 1 week na ma fi Ghana.
A week krawa.
One week dey
Because baby me pon me ko tena joint to joint na dey.
Benya no way.
O benya no hefa.
Me ma sorry kra begu.
I said that say
ma sorry begu.
Seriously.
It mean ma sorry ma ho. Me double dodo.
Bobby,
sir.
And this person, and na osan so ewoska. Baby anywa udi a ede. Sa wo no nan fofo tena se.
You know.
Abusia adofo ye tena se ye didi ye ka ye ho asem.
You know.
Sika she dem de
sika mu. Ozime me she dem no medi.
Ozime she dem no medi. Koso ye nipa bone.
Yeah.
Finance minister, no, it's not the finance minister. I'm say governor of Nigerian Bank. Also, on your program be Tamana MPP war opposition. Ken Ebaye.
Yeah.
So to now at the Sefako room. Obedi finance minister of friend 8 years. Papa nam father. And I'm say Ghana for crying for more call now Nigerian.
Hey, but Ken your body new.
I send the classmate too.
On
the tonight on the corner crown now.
Massa.
Ken your body new.
Me say Captain a Unibank, your friend say Captain
Amwako.
No, Nyamwako.
Unibank.
Amwabin. O say answer ni bank ni beguno. Oni Ken ba ne ho ofie. Eni no din komo. Kasa. Adibetse. No ati say ni bank no egu.
Oye evil.
Ne babe ni ma ebedi holidays wa amwabin fie. Ema amwabin ma ezukodi holiday. Osoko pay investors we dem ntwa no okono a wo say who say the bank no baby na edu no ono kokko pay investors for almost $100 million. Ebe share the bank anymore. Ken Efanechi engage the investors for say we are not credible no more withdraw and no Jan's position anymore.
Hey,
very bad guy, eh?
Wicked.
Naturally, say obi go through pain. As a normal human being, you feel for that person, whoever you are. Me, the first day I made the prison, I want a woman. Me nitia hemrat wonu de na me hear me phone.
Oh.
Me try me ni na mo say, "Hey,
baby I
different." You get the picture. Now say I've been used to phone now to the extent say I check when I normally me trotro. Me sorry if me hear me phone and say kai oboa baby I done there wrong now.
Position don't change.
Position don't change. Into what Ken hwe enkwafo Ghana ye prosecute omo. O worry 22nd and 22nd and China 22nd.
O China 22nd.
A chat 22nd o court. Ofiri fie ena court.
Obi amonaba
obi a enkun no. Wuntumi ono pode na se okokota wa signal bi se o yese yo se mi hu ade na oye no minti ase. But ofiri fie ena ne court. Oko campaign so Emma Baumia. How special does Ken see himself? Let's not forget. Say Abra Okono. Na ye money kwedu. He left Ghana during transition. And na otro krata edema chief of staff opare. Say me kwakosa me ho yare edi ababa. Na jo mahama enye ekonya. Yanka se woye bone. Yanka se obi anka hwe. Wanka se say pabam
medwane.
That is the first point I say who say akwana nka se nim say we di bone.
Yeah.
Onim say we di bone. And eye den so a ebobo e piano. Enunti no manin tumika ansa na bia 7th of January. You bet you must be crass. Ye man kwa mani ntukwa na bibi nti pabam enokwe at the time aye mon kwedu
nti die nti na udwane
exactly and company force so say utrimu fire nti amu nku
kuneni uni asem
obi ani eni asem. The reason why I make us say oh you of onsa shonsa ne say I remember the Chikwesi case made that tent for over 1 month. Yadi the Chikwesi in court. You say change 137 no SSC GSA seat no Edema MPP. Flimsy excuse. The Chikwesi wanko kabro trace me Canadian citizen. Onupa no ye citizen no. Or me citizenship out of form. I am under the laws of Ghana.
And therefore subject myself to it.
To it. Yebesinsi. Yes. First case, Moka say, the elections ye mungu yankoto foforo enade. Ye kwakoto ye kaso onye member of parliament bi also onko parliament yanko ye campaign. MPP for Aji Hotel se wo kromo ho nyina ase ma obi amaji hotel enso no monam. We had to get people's houses, uncompleted houses, build tents. Akusika ebre tent 20. The mattress etutu yedem.
Akusika bay.
Voter region Akusika. Ya mami Akusika. 20 tents. I know the bra. You give case no every year I can see Uncle Abano for MPP for said, Daddy, the criminal case in the Sosono. As a see a passive near the Nukotum. These are the people today begging and negotiating for Ken to have a safe entry, even if he wants to come. J.T. Question didn't have that. Yemisa who say case ben no mujina so they to force in Ekojina court. At a point in time, company na or the a friend is saying ambulances and buy and say we are a credible company. The way our name is being dragged into this issue, no crano. We want to even pay any damages to you. MPP say yempe musika no.
See a forcing
echo to prison. This is how wicked these people were. Chairman of Oswampofo went to court over 78 times. 78 times. At a point, Omunimno. Oswampofo had a spinal problem. Okoko ye operation wo amanone. Oda eyimpaso, yareympaso. Ewo US. Ena osre ne lawyer say, Miss Remo, Mompre adjournment. Yes, my operation no ewie. But sitting in a flight for 16 hours to Ghana.
Advisable.
Into Misre, mo adjoining for a week, mame. Na healing process on enko nim kakra. Attorney General say ompene. Ofosuampofo so come. The only thing of Ofosuampofo could do and say on for direct flight. Emma into no obefa no thoughts. Senebeya otnasia during your friend is saying transit no obe to me ada enya that rest no answer na what was so aba. Will you believe so for Oswampofo edu court? Yes, a court and city.
Imagine
after this stress. And ne Mary kokutire emane sosomo adaye. Se modie yemfa bibi sonko enimo because nyankopon na ewo mo. Yendie ye pa ye mfridiem. I will assure every Ghanaian say enchenche ewo nafe. Ekwan bia so papa no obeba bedru Ghana. Ene ya adjoining the case to 27th of April. As I speak to you, the lawyer Afre Ghana Attorney General say on shine bo say Ken eba Ghana obenya fair trial. Nature say the lawyer nankasa enim say they can't hold him not to come and account to the people.
Now, fair trial no apart from Blackstone dictionary no use no bibi have you
say fair trial there fair trial Ghana
the woman introduce you Blackstone dictionary apart from the only jay no bibi fufuro
exactly fair trial the obenya fair trial obenya and that one we would assure everybody fair trial no obenya. But once you are proving to us so nya kwan kra bi Togo kra wo che be den no unya bedu krom ha krim. The first thing is a passport there. A buying passport. Any choice so beba na so ma. Any choice so beba na so ma. A lot of things are going on. Yen to me in front of you. But ice case, you know, the maximum sitting 2 times.
Then they bring out judgment.
27th. April. The possible 27th of April. The possible one is another adjournment. Asa, what's I'm saying? Yes, I don't know room. Why is it to say Enra? You share other cases.
And until April 17th, you are still in detention.
Yeah. Exactly.
Openu. China land cruiser now where Jawahano.
Or say Mimi case ne de mempɛ sɛ obia ebɛhwɛ yebisa ye ho sɛ wote obi kuro so wo ne visa ɔse free kuro mu hɔ wo so sɛ wo de bibi wa petition bibi nto pɛ sɛ ka ɛno ho asɛm iti ade a wo petition answer yema right say stay hɔ no why is it private?
Oh, so could intro.
Exactly. Ghana's friend is saying attorney general Ghana's friend is embassy
commissioner.
I say yeah mau consular services we this year we Ghana what's means here
me could intro more how me intro
and in fact you make sure say Victor Smith will be there. And open consular service or open consular service 27th of April. Ye dinam. If the whole world will not watch it, ye should be. Ye be court ho. I could see Asema Walker because the image of Ghana will not sit down for you to go and say will not sit down to go and lie about us. And until open ye dinam. Ye so ye magana for hu nkomo a ekoso because we will not keep anybody in the dark. And let me assure you, say Ken will be in Ghana. Manesi. My member back on this matter, and I'm for raising issues about whether NDC is capable to deal with the rot. Sisiana may co social media say national chairman General Mosquito granting interview today and a graphic online that omo dibibiano ebefe now the current so one face so abeyo
the orchestra said the current government we sumu nipa bia ono so person no obi di agobone on so obefe ne de
exactly
inti ene de amanfo nye ready
exactly
so you can see the party leadership is committed in helping the party in government to fight corruption and deal with the perpetrators. At least there is some sanity. If we say NDC by power, corruption here where we are as a it's not a conversation. So we are just hoping that I like the collaboration between the party and the party in government, that they can just come together and make sure that the right thing is done. Because at the end of the day, you need the party leadership to go back to the people. As Yakwako said to me, you have to have a former government. So I think it's but divine. I mean, Musa Sadiwe is something that you better continue. So I just want us to raise it. Agencies, government agencies. Which one will you pick to start the year for discussion that this agency needs to be discussed, whether in good light, whether in bad light?
Only kind for me. On say agencies no obia nejuma am obia ejuma play the role in kitten and na o amalgamate roles no na agencies for no nyama omoya eno na unya feeling no e national no nya sa vibe
no
say o enyama no etsen enyama no ekoyi me die here me titiru kese pa e affect the economy generally no ye energy sector enye energy kania but ye fuel no the price no the fact say etumi aba for
so you go for MP
unse enye MP nko
you can choose 2, 3, 4
refinery and all
you can choose so you pick combat Eduji
me pick Eduji me pick Sami Jenfi
okay
gold board no because you couldn't get how you sue MP in role no a very difficult to say I see Kevin here the koto ɛna sika no na yɛtumi reduce no
yeah
ne value no appreciate against foreign currency no ɛna ma wodu dwom na wokɔtɔ a osika no mu ayedu ɛna wotumi tɔ dodoɔ ɛma ne bɔ so yɛfo ma amanfo it's MPA ni de ono regulatory we ni de or yes de be ya eniama bed da form but nipa no so a stabilize the system no with the finance minister no jumedi omudi any events the monetary policy a BOG for so ejina mu pampi a ekosomo for me the me den say ye nyina ekokro mu a eniama bebre ho no mu anya artificial as they claim it like the way I pedal around so Yamana only be the artificial and reflecting on the ground. See?
So you have some Jamfi on the table, you have Eduji on the table, you have Combat on the table, you want to add the minister. Okay, so Bank of Ghana, Esiama. So we have these 4 gentlemen.
I am more. Share unim dentia make us say a more. Say me dear chira. Meka na unim and me interviews to be from MPP Pennyfubi Hono. And then I'm getting a certain feeling, say, what's here, Brian a champion? The campaign or only or say dollar noir stabilizing city stabilize against the foreign currency mama for and Phyllis BB this year Bank of Ghana yesika no a pompe na this year near babe a common ya won chere na wonye nipa bonini.
Maybe he knows something that you don't know.
No, but whatever he knows, no. Meaning we should say BB Samponsi. And then Eugene entry, some interview no UTV no. What has more kind? Or no say, well, or Chayama, do 18 months and son our passing the judgment. Only be inside bet to because omo 2016, 2017 no. Omo first year no. None year many na added than aquam. But the moment to me can say, BB anyone more heritage ya reduce yet da. CD against dollar number inherited 3.94 no.
Yeah.
There was no point to be a do 3.5. No kasa mobile no within first year no omo money am experience be pay. It has never been experienced before. Yes, also experience be that say full so betumi ate by 50%. Na ba single digit. And I say we are cutting we hin. You betin we hin. It is some way a cost someone me there. So omo per se omo do filling station on number 2 on 417 cedis per liter. Omo from party card and call national card ID card and call omo do on omo se me ye me per se ye use na na ekufado de meto na me from sika to because am for e ka okro be say eni ama e cost fine am for e benefit en fa ho ne party awo okoto ade a ye bisa card fuel ye na me koto e first unim na de bia gallon bi da mechanic because me kokakra na me check me fuel gauge no na unim say police report say sa car de bumper to no e bedoso unim de ntia go na microphone hwe kwan so bia microphone e hwe wo fuel gauge ntia bia na refi no na go bi bumper
or hwe gauge no na osan so e hwe filling stations near price and what firm will be to me raho.
Is the any na kwan so?
That time upon na yeto fuel that at that exorbitant price no. No mo also selling bad contaminated fuel. As also the my quality o. There ya rejecting na ye go to egu na so
go free Russia be good system.
Ya buy no mo dey. Adi we dey be restore dey worker.
I drink one.
Some technical name.
Maybe I know the best fryer. It's two on more now engine, but it can shake you traffic more, not the neutral, but it can be shaky. Me okay agencies for me is the government in general because what mean you one person say or born home or diablo because na trickle down echo and now me look I say agric for oko agric sector on say for instance me tell somebody nkoko kitten no me nyankrofo bebre efrefre me be ka kire me so tale bo ye connection ma me na me nya nkoko kitten ni bi ye say and I'm contacting agric ministry for no na me yes me no mu din komo I thought to say the usual connection like whom you know like I kwa no akwa connection ani afa chire ni amama onko ankoko 1000 wajibi kofi see if you are not a technical person who needs zeal energy na person wo ya ma e na onim so ma san so decentralizing no mana ko district mu itanya dia first no who say ke obeti say street lighter and now obeti say see bibiaba na see a chair system ni mu a it happens only in Accra. With this of few people that project to be on record.
Mesi COVID aduane kro mu di no nkran ko a.
En kan. O no mo ayesi o street light a chef 100,000 ampa. Omo import. But ya sanso de ama nkrofo kuma bi. But this project no ya yama na kokko district ni mu ma benefit household obia nyanti bi omo cheche mu sa no kra no. That's
great. We will take time and deal with this.
Me introduction.
Yeah, time call. Me person ye BSU because a conversation. We are coming to look at the agencies. Okay. Oh, yeah, be sure agencies. No, wait, go there just 2 minutes. But so which agency are you picking?
I'll be very biased.
Why?
And my biases goes to my boss. Apart from Sami Jemfi's hard work, his commitment to party people is extraordinary.
I think Sami Jemfi has shown a lot. And Min Chawano and Ra and Anansane. And ye list to wella. Ye won't for ye be Nanya ye dinkomo. About the appointees. And a list to her. And a list to her say, Aquabra Same almost a Sami Jemfi on Shokio. Nam so how? So I thought she was coming to no. You really know, not Sami Jemfi was one of the people no BS so say who approaching a bad thing. Penipa. Because in opposition, people were raising those issues about. But Adam McCarthy say, me Sami Jemfi say, a global no akwaji media mini. The way now, also receiving party members, grassroots.
He has a future.
The way Sami Jemfi deal with people now is so amazing.
He has a future.
Oh, Frano.
Yeah.
Well,
yes.
Oh, tested. Well, nobody can stand anywhere and raise hands. Say Sami Jemfi. And I say, Nibi Oye Bianis about it. Party.
Yeah.
Party members.
Yeah.
Party.
And my second biases will also go to Eduji Tamaklo. And Ruth Della Sedo. And Omunina so no party communication people, and they've not left that behind. But my emphasis would rather be on struggling friend is saying agencies. Yedibe yastic for this year. PBC produced by a company.
Almost struggle.
It is comatose. It is comatose. Yes, but trust
who
me,
is there?
I've forgotten the but deputy Aisikuma, former deputy treasurer deputy treasurer for the party.
Okay, so which means we need to bring them into the limelight.
Exactly. And this year, no, His Excellency has promised Yebenya partners be amomwa. So this year their story will change.
It's MD Alaji Mumuni.
Alaji Mumuni. Oh, okay. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and also so everywhere. Tema oil refinery had also collapsed, but the light is different. Combat. The light
very
is
young man.
I'm telling you. And on Kasabe Braces
combat.
He will just smile and move on. Into this year, so we are seeing say Umbetumi start a full operation. Now almost so no Umbetumi BB into the consolidated fund, and they are also one of the people that we expect to do some friends and recruitment to this year when they start full operations. National Home Owners Fund, Prosper Hoitu.
National Home
Owners Fund is also a small agency that this year they expect to say to me aboa
what
in
did
the
they
area. Do? Omoboa in your friend is saying say yesi a dying ama enkrofo ato and ideas, and you know the housing sector itself is a headache for every administration, and we are going to use that to also make sure say you be improve your housing, employment, and all those things. Na Gihok. Yeah, you know your friend. Yeah, you offer your friend is Kofi Juma. Or Rani placing it down to the extent to say,
or we be no who be our we.
In fact, it was a terrible situation.
Obviously, rent control is another place I am feeling share. And I think, Honorable Kugan, you will help us and give us these struggling agencies.
Yes. Okay.
We need to start working on them.
Okay.
Talk about them,
Thank
discuss their issues.
Thank you very much.
At least just put them in the light.
All right.
And let's see how we can just because
promote
so when you know say more fancy
Makabande Braba.
Thank you. So yeah, which is your choose.
I didn't your maboba na say the can you see you can yama asia ija nka ho. And to me nka good board because divine can
that's having I mean
because Adia Kufuor went to Niamfa a 46 member committee, FS committee.
Can you imagine?
Our two almost making sure say see the Benya more thing for almost 4 years.
Many out to me, Joano. Unim say a Kufuor, but me uncle for no bubo mudi a year in the past 7 economic management team no.
What a solid
O come in age about 511.
511.
Yeah, 511.
And I did Ghana a year 66 years.
511.
Anyway. And Tadia Akufuor 8 years with the FS committee, 46 member committee, and to me, good board with less than a year at me achieve that into a Kadama share. And
okay, so somebody just sending the Nefta. Nefta. Nefta.
And no more the fry, except for my
now, I'm a trouble lawyer, got in digital macrabasso. NPA. Last year, 28 January, yeah, born here, or man penny bony ding. I know a grant interview, graphic, a publisher. No, Casse. I dear see President Mohammed Niso when it comes to the oil sector and as a petroleum sector, and say, or better say, you benya petrol, nebu for. Na Esaya Papa, now we shall be a baby as a benya beato. And less than a year, will deliver on that mandate. And then you were affordable fuel, your quality fuel, maybe be able to be a benya fuel at all. I want to see be a short to a baby. Ah, oh, share baby and any channel. Which Miss Obetini I am more, I'm a petrol no pass about from. As see was Sane a year tall. Air carbon move quampa, tall betimi, edginan and naso timia produce full capacity. According to tall, what is omutimi and your full capacity? Fuel consumption, Ghana here, no metimia produce 50% of it. I bet man here. Or more your honum to what year? About the body and Nemum, baby by one person, National Food Buffer Store Company. National Food Buffer Store Company under NPP. Food suppliers coming to Mintomoka. They were picketing at their head office. Might meet Daho for 2 weeks. Now, none, ADC Diakasi. A year birthday party, it will play more. And the opening or Daho, a friend here at Georgia Bredu. Or no, and I work PMMC under Professor Moss. Mahama on and on Edina Bahonum. Papa buy here in less than a year. But me make sure say food suppliers would be acquired within 2 months. No matter the amount. Those will be a complaining.
Yeah.
First time in the history of Ghana, and your national food reserve. Omatomo, any Gary, any brew, hundreds of tons a DSC. Sene atoyen chemba before I beka se ekwa akopem amrande aba no na ye nya kasa wo ye mo e deba National Food Buffer Store Company. That's the miracle omo eye e wo honum. na memfa nko Metromas wona Bokali Caesar on a MD wo
okay
Metromas eka one of the companies NDC inherited na say eguawi over 300 buses of Metromas omodia MPP to me turn 2,500 seats.
I've heard that thing. I have my own reservations.
But
anyway.
Honorable Caesar, you see, I mean, say for more than 3 months, I driver for I wanted to omanya driver for Ketwa. You know why? Buses and I'm Kwanswa.
Can we pick 2 agencies every day and work on them?
So that we
can because it's very necessary, especially if the ones are a struggle. No?
Yes, struggle one, especially and this inherited
then those because once again we need to understand that party base, there's a connection between the appointees and the party base. All those things because it matters. Yeah, it matters. So let's find time. Maybe every day we can do 2.
Very soon we have to go back to the grassroots.
Exactly. Yeah. So that so then we need to work on it. Okay. Me you also through your time now. So thank you so much for joining us. Divine made us be so joining us say live on a 100.5 Citizen Show. We will be back.
Every buyer, na sika mani ehun sensem bebre.
Me de usika na mane ka funeral.
Atibia na mo buy, or the 2 million be share unsa.
Kosia. When a name remodi sika twitwi die nanti. Abra obetimi dia fa momoso.
Eno an se wodi unsa be boso keke. Sika no be ko ententemu a asembia eni.
Minsa ka invest me sika no.
Minsa ka pension sika no.
Minsa ka loan no.
Momo tijidi a wo ma no ase. Lisanti or the ekwan pa ebebo ye dwumadi ho ban. Ti say South Pin Reset aba. Se de be ya momo ho ban bolo. Ekọ nanim kese. Momo di 0244 300,000 per and ebe frɛ. MTN anase momo adwumaye ni biara emfrɛ wo. Enkase for momo pin anase one time password no ma. Afen so me mani sika ma obi a wonim no. Anase untimi verify you. Approve prompt bi a enye wo na wo hyase. Momo still unsaka.
MTN.
Yes, Sasinabo, Yasaba, Afiz, Obiaba Tomato Assassin, and Sasa, nobody the foam, unknown Benji Estate and Investment Limited, a Kofaba, was a Bragana for Nara, and Sasa, Langat Sam for Sembirenu, Atoya, within 2 weeks, Naya Young Pepes, near Zama, Sasa Papa Gugu Baby today, Tropoli, Apo City,
Central University near B5 of the Flower Road, Shy Hills, Afienyato Estate,
and Ambiambia Bebre, in Sunan Kania, are available. Yes, Assassin. Oil litigation free and not secure. At Tonsasina, not 2 weeks. Ya hon krata near Zamo.
Aha, miatova, Mr. Kokwe, Nella Nibanio Dinafle, Yikanya Gade Kamalongo, Langade Nyade Kamalongoa, Kejababana Dota de Benji Estate and Investment Limited. A Fimania Anibanyo Kata Dume.
But Muslim Kanwe, not Jersey, not furniture. One main office. Our Tama Community 25, opposite DPS International School Junction, off Aplau Road. Fresh
0555 229 909 Anna 0248 780887.
Benji Estate and Investment Limited. And Sassi for we are the number one.
The 15th Gold Bond RTP Awards 2025 is here. The prestigious awards is slated for Saturday, 7th February 2026 at the Accra International Conference Center. Red carpet starts at 6 p.m. The event will also award the top 10 most performed public company CEOs of 2025 with lots of artists performing on the night. The 15th Gold Bond RTP Awards is powered by Big Events Ghana and sponsored by Gold Bond, Visa King, RTP Media Training Institute, RTP Skills Development Institute, RTP Mall, AgriFed Ghana, CocoFed, Knee Fashion, Coco Trade Ghana, Ride Along, A to Z Auto Services, and Special Ice Mineral Water. For Kwabena Bobie Ansah to win the Best Radio Talk Show Host of the Year award, dial star 920 star 111 hash and enter nominee code 436 to vote.
Hey
Ntisi de mako hu e Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic no. Me ho kra dweme. Se enu nti no manya award a eye world best. Obi antrase e ma dompem yade. Ka se anase mbo yade enka ne nto dam bio.
Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic. Esa nyarwan te se ne ekuro etu no. Ne enka e wona num. Oba na be mo pa wo. Ene enyarwan kaye.
Nansi ma meka se ene spinal cord ho ekaye no. Greenfield ada romenti ene wasa so de gina na so ebiem.
Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic. Our ultra modern laboratory and a diagnostic machine sir. Ahwehwe di pedua di mu ankasa. Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic. Our Nungwa Dogon Estate Junction last stop. Frewa 0243 983 906 and 0261 651 898.
Greenfield.
God is our healer.
Greenfield.
Your last stop.
I believe.
Give us P capsules. A memory. Manum bia ye benmua. Kani metutu ya na minkuma bo asese de. Betu esa kum menia G. Give us P capsules. Give it to me, baby. Give us core capsules so e. E man meme nyina akoko yade. Sisi yade amamanya yem timotete wo mo no. Yedru no no. Manum bi amama de me ho. Give us core capsules. I give it to you, baby. You give it to me. Oh yeah. Hey. Give us no. Amen. Bebusiemu papa. Give us P capsules. And men what if you do what you do cronkwan efa. Give us core capsules. A pain for a batter one more menu for an inquada when if you do me nunca home. I will just to be a motophone. Give us Herbal Center, Teshi Mobile, and a Teshi Adriami. Phone numbers 0543 222 470 and 050 68
FD Ashusha Sa Ejedi and Kratoimu Adia to Muse A.
Beba Junior Mengro, my brother Hope. No one in Adia or Joe Bagrosan. Now, dear, when you're minimum the Tamwa, or what personal knowledge natural health care so I ye. And not even just say you. Pest care, I won't 70 or 10 so Cassie more boo who prostrate I can say. I'm on your drone some woman who say yes, stroke. Diabetes, hepatitis B, pressure, 60 yadia, a future chroma money, and no more yard the hodo was. Oh, won't feed you pa. Afe oba opesa o hips anasa wo to eya akese ye hoadwuma se stretch marks ajo wedie no aboso a ye free ho berima obema swa a opesa ye pagyamu no bra best care ewo enkran La Paz Nyameche Junction Grand Prince School no achiwa Kumasi Bantima G Runabout your medlab achiwo baby ani edan Human Rabank woman noa. Savio so empomam Yene Church of Pentecost and Edisha Nimu. Takwa Roman Stores Yene Zenith Bank Edisha Nimu. Sunyane Yawa Rex Yene Total Filling Station no and Edisha Nimu. Ena Takra de Anaje Yeben Queens of Peace Academy. Yene Koi Filling Station Edisha Nimu. Frepeske Ewo 055 773 8555. Peske Quality Hair.
All right, I'm saying you more Kwabena from the commercial citizen show and anyway you go so there on Kwabena Bobie Ansah Commander Boham not just say one squad no and komodie nyina tumi akoso na say the citizen show bra wona nkomo no ye wo de ema ye chechire wo man ye wo man ma no ekọ square dem pa ma wo hwe ne a na chese nyuma ko bi adawroma ewiase so ye say the queen din sefata no a ya ensem fata no se gase sefata no ko ano nipa nso ya de a wosa ye se ne de bia aboafo no boa yan ma commander tena dwamo na ye de citizen brown no ya na sefata se de aseda no mo na enweme aseda no ma memfa kese pa no ma MTN for MTN free after one no meaning say de obia ya de say wa subscribe to MTN free after one na ye kasa ne ne abusuafo ye ne kodonkua ne won ye meye edi nkoma bikages bia enimu na say kra de MTN for say aside the more sanse won upgrade experience no a wo benya wo MTN free after one extra no enso eso so say for every 10 minutes obekasa within the hour no utua first minute no na che say wo betumi akasa for 60 minutes straight without no interruptions MTN for NAN sade amawo enti mesha koso a na fa ho eto MTN so na bibia anye kama obese wo da fiata one so anye sika bi na betua the hands over dial *550# star 550 hash na chese wa follow prompt no na wona wo e still MTN everywhere you go afei mami mo adwuma nye na adwuma de ye
say ban papa ba ti wunya dwuma nso ka ho a na che say tua wo kanom ne ade a wo de bi hwe fie ne ade no kra de ne ani kan say o kwakoya dwuma no amono ne na wo de sika na ba fia be hwa busua eti Drivers International Link Travel Consult Limited womo enne ne wo hwe wo manfo na wo ne wo aye adwuma na manfo hwe ne riders driver for and Drivers International Link Travel Consult Limited for ehwe wo no wo aye adwuma nti pacho Kesima Ghana Airways ho and abekro na patro adwuma no on de ma wo no obekwa ko Dubai and Abu Dhabi requirements no the here no valid passport na chese passport picture no the background here white no eno ene here afi motor license eno no nya mandatory and police report medical report bi so ye beje e de afi aban aya sabia mu ti wani je adwuma ho na your dream say wo driver ni obe adwuma e wo Dubai ni Abu Dhabi ni ade dia ene ye de ma wo patro fa number ma me 0245 864576 0245 864576 and 0246 513850 0246 513850 and 0552 25 224651 0552 224651 na oni wa hwe bom na so wanya dwuma ama odisika ego obotomuo Tontina 74 mixture eno no treat blood related diseases awodo mojamu nyadewa na nyadewa hodo aka nyina no wono Tontina 74 no a eyini nyina de free wono mo patro treat typhoid fever, kidney infection, hepatitis B, abdominal pain, STDs, or high blood pressure, treat blood sugar no obo no homia ne pampan ne nye afi osanetete wo diabetes ana prostate enlargement, asthma ene ne nkeka ho nyina no mesrew Tontina 74 meshano ena ebeboa wo wanya cancer enemanim ya no so ano ntembra woje Tontina 74 no ebie pharmacy ni aba shops na nyena ewo ho enomo 0246 073498 ana 0501 628931 na on the Tontina for so ahwe ede abomu hard brothers so asembie ede the season show bra wo saying sasepa no oguso a wode ema wo kona kwaje wo de asase amanso ni so asase obia mfa sekan ne agyan ma metete wo asase a otwa enkratasem ye krado nsuo ne kane anya problem ewo ensase ne so a ne luchubua ningo chopoli shy hills no nya de obenya nsase pa ne bi ewo heart builders akache na de den se ama asase pa wie no ye se sika no a ye de ato asase ne so na ebo no ye de ato asase ne so no ya chemu 50% ube initial deposit of 50% chese utua sika no half dia kan kakran no watua enim se nso tofamu adinti ene ye nsade amawo eti enei okodawa luchibua no shy hills no ningo no mu a promo no guso ya ekoso nti bacho fa number no na oni heart builders phone nkomo na omo adai so be project right theory no wo ma no emremu fama wo 0241 665200 0241 665200 and 0540 226276 and 0256 064492 Obo refrigeration and air conditioning so wakai ho pa na ba no air conditioning service ne ho kade ne ho niam awodo ni nyina no a ene eye wobo refrigeration and air conditioning and ado ho beto so a trusted partner for installation, servicing, repairs, sales of air conditioners. Any nyake kenyina. Eti Michelle ban se bia wono unya problem bi wo air conditioner to say water leakage solutions, air conditioner installation, gas leakage repairs. No me adia professional pipe any conduit work na ni nyina no obo se wo ye ede ama wonti. U follow obo social media handles no so TikTok at obo refrigeration, Instagram. And so yeah, Tobo refrigeration now one our air conwo from 0558 298313 0558 298313 na one entry and from Kwabena Betua no ma quality service. Oposi na drawing busa ba me sha. Onso kan ho nwumre pa na e ban se ya na utaya de sie na ya de ne ade imbusu no ya hotoso ne hodaso
no no kutia nyadewa ahodo ti emma yade mpo emma nipadua no emu eti wo number 1 immune booster no Imboost Herbal mesha koji bi pharmacy nearby shops no na emwa wopen dudum dia 0246 208496 0246 208496 and 0540710113 na oni post near drew enhwe emfa emomo de twa to na sorry citizen show so enei Ginny Rice no emo ede anunsu ede se de fipam bia ati ase se Ginny de o Ginny pa too much emo no se Ginny no o de rice water fine o de ye anwamu akama jollof mutuo wache se de he ni nyina kama eti from 19 kodo delicious Sunday mutuo no special Friday jollof no unbeatable Saturday anwamu no Ginny so the said ya show of no man no amasa nnuane na kama ma na bibia kama obezo ko ani gye ho a patro fa Ginny Rice no aya aduane opese o besties no wo ma na ni gye ho na won didi fie no ani ka Ginny Rice no na de bema wo mo ene hye ne so se oguso ya wo ye promo no ti Ginny Rice dey say o ya yi na bi mo bo se yi bi dem scratch ya utumi kra fly ko Dubai na wo esen ti patro fa ho shem na bibia nya kama Ginny spreading smiles terms and conditions apply FDA aja to mo se enyime ne de one adamenti na yede the Citizen show yede bro on Accra 100.5 FM Commander 1 Kwabena Bobie Ansah wono na etena adwakese emu ema